super happy with his performance in this game, but we know Inspired has also picked that. The Silas for Saint has just been absolutely insane.
They finally leave the continent if they win.
The last draft as well, just
if
because
they win,
it was
if
a
they
Jinx
win.
draft, and I think when we think of old like super berserker, it's him on hyper carries, right?
Oh,
and
surely
I
you
really
won't go
love
0-4.
that. Again, to your point, Jat, there's late game scaling involved in this as well. But I love seeing Berserker on a hyper carry just because I think his team makes so much space for him, and he's so good with these picks.
And to me, it's always going to be the inspired counter picks that are possible. I only put that Rumble one just in case, but it's like you never really know.
I don't think we should do the Rumble jungle anymore.
Maybe.
All right, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, people always talk
we
about
did see the orange,
cooking of Inspired in Game 5 as well. You never know what's going to happen, and maybe we see another 5-game series today. So really looking forward to that. The other interesting thing, Inspired won second team All-Pro.
Yeah.
Blabber won third team All-Pro, but I saw a lot of conversation about whether or not Blabber's split has actually been incredibly underrated because C9 is undefeated in match score. Blabber has had a lot of games where he's played a little more supportive than traditionally, but across the board, his stats are actually quite impressive, Raz.
That's why it kind of pisses me off because I feel like
Were you writing these comments?
Yes. Yeah. I was mad in the sense that like at the beginning of the split, yes, directly in this matchup, I felt like Inspired had the better of Blabber, and I think people are looking at that and like holding it too close to their heart because in the continuous regular season, Blabber played amazingly and had a far better performance in comparison to what Inspired had in his performances in the early, middle, and end of the split. So I thought Blabber should have gotten one up on him.
Yeah, I will say though, Inspired gets so much credit for the performance of his teammates. Just because he just wins, in his own words, in lock-in. He just wins. We hear the comms listen-ins. He calls a lot of their plays.
Yes.
But he did have more off games this split than he's had in probably his previous 2 years in the LCS, which is partially why he didn't win first team. Jose got first team for Team Liquid. Very interesting. But also, Emily, you were mentioning the mid-jungle play. I think she's going to be a Blabber defender.
Dude, I saw that of Ericsson, bro. Like, genuinely so scary. Bro, retire. It's time to retire, man.
Could be a curse for C9. The last time I called out how well they worked together, they lost to LYON. But ignore that, and let's take a look at the map state going into this. Griffin has actually decided to make a play onto these Raptors. The big thing that I want to point out here, two things. One, mid push is fully in favor of APA. And the second thing is
I'm just gonna go make a cup of tea, the most English thing I know, and then I'm here.
However, Blabber is about to turn 6 off of this Raptor camp. And as we play this through, I just loved these Lee Sin Cassio combos. This is the first one that they pull off, punishing Griffin for his invade. It was a very close one, as you see. APA barely survives, but once they do punish that, they're kind of off to the races. Here, Blabber is going to be setting up for another play. This ward was placed by APA earlier, and it actually caught Griffin out, so they know that he was here and had presumably passed down this way. And then Blabber takes this opportunity to do a really nice wraparound flash kick into Cassio. There's one more here that I just liked where they're playing again with vision around this ward and Blabber sneaking all the way around here to come attack at Raptor camp. And this is just a sick R into Cassio R into, you know, dying. So I really loved the way they used this combo, and I also loved the coordination around, especially the way they both use their ultimates and continuing to punish it.
And the confirmation at the end of that series that APA had about that interaction of kicking any champion into the ulti from Cassio is like you're forcing them to look towards that direction. So it's an instant stun. That's actually really cool.
But even with all that, we keep asking the questions of whether or not fans trust C9 to perform in playoffs. And this was a couple weeks ago. So it's not an updated poll. But I don't imagine it would change that much. So which do you believe in more, aliens, ghosts, or a C9 title? Generally speaking, aliens. So Raz, why do you think that is?
What's going on here?
Look, C9, I don't get it personally. I don't get it because C9 has only been showing great performances all of these regular seasons.
Okay.
Like let's just start with the lock-in stage because lock-in, you saw dub after dub. They were so close to having a perfect split, much like today. Like, ended up taking Team Liquid down, LYON down, FlyQuest twice, Sentinels down. And yes, that was that one blot, one spot on the map versus LYON in the finals. That happens, right? No,
it happens.
Like, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Surely it doesn't get worse than that, right?
That's probably the bottom.
Whoa! Whoa!
Raz, what's going on?
Stop!
I don't feel well.
Datu, no! Wait a minute. Oh, God, no, wait a minute. I forgot about this. I put this out of my memory. From a near perfect split to just getting swept by Furia 0-2. That was a tough one versus Red Canids Colunga, but at least we got past them. Sentinels, look, it's always free versus Sentinels. Confidence boost. Damn! Oh, but we blocked, you know. Let's move away from this. Let's forget about this. This never happened. It's not a real tournament.
All right.
It's not an international event.
We're good.
It's nothing.
We're good.
It's not a regular season. Let's go back to something positive.
Okay.
Sunny
C9, let's
skies with a little bit of cloudiness. So that was lock-in. That lost. But then it went back to some good stuff all over again. And surely we can take them out when it matters.
With the blackout square matching the LYON square, are they...
That's a lot of W's.
That's a lot of dubs. A lot of dubs on the board.
Is production trying to tell us that C9 are going to
The color choice is, I'm skeptical.
Raz?
Look, we've been there before.
What's going on?
We've been there before. LYON is a wounded animal this time around. Surely we can take them out when they're the weakest.
We will see, because the winner of this series goes to MSI, and C9 hasn't gone to an international since 2023. What has their record been like when they've had the possibility of going international? Since that happened, it hasn't been good.
Oh, God.
2024 upper bracket, loss. Finals, lower bracket finals, loss. Loss in the upper bracket, round 2. Loss in lower bracket round 3, loss in the finals, only one team went to MSI, and then loss in lock-in. Win any of these 6 series, and they would have had an international berth. Now here's where our stats team did some incredible work.
Oh no.
Because let's look at Inspired and compare it to Cloud9. 0-6 in series, 5-0 in series. Look how many times he played against Cloud9.
All C9 except for the 100 Thieves.
It's always Inspired?
It's Inspired.
It's always Inspired.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. He must be stopped. And we're blaming the stats team for this, because at every moment where there's a critical moment in which Cloud9 has a great map state, there is this moment to J4 LT through.
Hello everyone, I'm here now. So I know it took me a lot longer than I normally do.
With Chemtech Soul up
but
and
we
control
are
of the map, forces it engaged, they lose 2. They lose the Drake and the Baron, which sets up a crazy game that turns into an Elder flip. When
oh god, I remember this.
Thanks to an
oh my god. Oh my god. El Streamer, listen, I was getting a cup of tea. I was being extremely British, okay? I was getting a cup of tea so I could have a hot cup of tea
It really felt like it would.
with my bourbon biscuits, okay?
But like the rivalry, it feels like for C9 and Inspired type of teams, it needs to end here. We need to find a better day.
Custard creams over bourbons? I agree. Actually. No,
I
agree. No, I agree. Bourbons are not better than custard creams.
Soul that Cloud9 has. Earlier, Sven died in the team fight.
Bourbons are the biscuits I have, so.
They overforce, Blabber overforces on the back end of this fight to end up dying. And LYON took that game. They took the series 3-1.
How we all doing?
Ended up going to Brazil
are we excited for? Are we excited?
Which brings us now to the predictions.
All right, so Rez, I'm just
did you forget your bottle of water? No.
Yeah.
I didn't forget my bottle of water. I just decided to get a cup of tea. I've got a bottle of water right here, yeah?
I'll say mine really quick. I actually have LYON winning the entire split, so I'm just continuing to follow my bracket. But the first time they face, I had C9 winning. Raz, go. Why do you think LYON are going to win?
All of my predictions have been wrong. I'm banking on that today.
Listen, Raz, I'll very quickly say, I do think Blabber's been underrated.
My prediction, Nixon 4.
Difference maker. Yeah. I don't think the gap in mid and bot is as big as the all-pro voting would show, which makes me think C9 will win this one when the pressure's lower than the finals.
There's all this talk, there's all this yap, there's all this expectations. Let's just get to the damn games. Get to the games. Start the show. Go.
Forget you're an Arsenal fan, you have a bottle on hand. Alright, whatever, bro. Tell me why Nidtop is viable? No, I mean, it's been viable for a while, like, but there's a difference between viable and good. And, yeah. I don't know why they didn't put, I don't know why they didn't just put Nidalee jungle, like, it's into Nessus. Like, you'd think that's like perfectly acceptable. It would have been Aatrox into Kled, which I think is fine. It's like more 50-50 specifically since they removed the Grievous wounds. Like, it's just super weird. Oh yeah, let me get rid of that.
Upper bracket finals. It's time to decide who's going to be our
yesterday's Gambit still not sold. Oopsies.
In the finals at Arizona and earn their place at
what was it for? T-Law game 4. T-Law win.
Represented North America on the international stage many times before.
Whoa!
The past few years, they have not made it. Now, yet again, Cloud9 has the chance, the opportunity to earn themselves not only.
Bro, Yahoo was looking like he was actually going to have a legacy series too. So unfortunate.
And international competition. But to do it, the challenge will not be easy. They're going to have to go up against the demons that took them down just a split ago back in the lock-in tournament. They're going to have to overcome that difficulty and show they've got what it takes. Those very demons that took them down, though, are now making their way to the stage.
Will we be hiring Basil to make the stream tolerable? I don't know if she... I didn't ask her to co-stream today. Like, I think our thing has just been, like, when FlyQuest, like, specifically... when FlyQuest are streaming... when FlyQuest are playing, like, we co-stream together. Because it's just, like, funny, right? It's up to her. If she happens to turn on her stream and you lot want to see us co-stream together, I have no qualms of it. I normally have no qualms of co-streaming with anyone.
Getting that chance, that guaranteed opportunity to fight for the trophy for the LCS Spring Split in Arizona just a week from today.
She just turned on? Okay, Oscar, go, like, cross-chat, I don't mind.
They're going to be a fearsome opponent, and I cannot wait to see these two groups go head-to-head, see which one emerges victorious. They've both been top contenders the entire split long. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Captain Flowers, joined by Kobe and Azael, here for a best of...
If she's live, ask her. If she doesn't feel like doing it, she doesn't feel like doing it. I'm super impartial, like...
Goes the full distance.
Honestly, Flowers,
I'm super duper impartial.
You, and we have had some really good games lately, so
Shabbat is about to get racist. No! We need to stop this gag. It's bad.
Honestly,
it's bad. We need to stop this gag. Prediction? 5 games. Don't know who. Could go either way, genuinely.
Yes, Ben was like, oh, okay, well, I guess, you know, if it doesn't matter to you, then we're going to win, right? Isles got to lock in here because Cloud9, they
you already got it out during Xbox. Oh, whatever, bro.
Similar in that they really
anyone in YouTube chat, can I just get a quick, like, hi, hello, just to make sure my multi-chat tool is working? I've been I've been trolled by it lately. I'm a bit...
He's going to have to win this series right now, or have to win a couple more later.
I know YouTube chatters are normally you guys are just chill, you watch the stream, you don't really use the chat, which is fine by me. But I just want to make sure that the chat is working. Hi, hello, yo, thank you guys, thank you. Hope you enjoy your stay. Howdy guys. Hello Ray, chat hopping between the same stream. Nightfall, Bitchless. Doyle, hello bro. She says she's too tired to carry this stream as well as hers. Did she actually say that word for word? I believe it. Alright.
This is a team with an international history here for North America, and they would love to be able
to
represent once again. But to do that, they got to get so let's go ahead and see what the draft is going to look like here for game number 1. C9 have elected for first pick. LYON have chosen blue side. LYON going to ban out the Lee Sin and the Orianna, while C9 take Akali and Varus off the table.
Come up.
Okay, so they still have some
YouTube chat is chill and also premium is nice. That's true. YouTube premium is really cool.
That's us. We're looking good out there.
What the hell? That's a W sign. I still haven't. I'm not gonna say I haven't fallen for the YouTube premium propaganda. I still haven't gotten it yet. Are we?
expectation.
Are
We're gonna
we...
commit though.
Okay, we're Nocturne first picking.
I appreciate that. You gotta commit.
Solidarity, brother.
I was going to ask if you were Rise first picking, but...
I'm on lock.
Of ours.
Mine's on point.
Okay, so they do follow it up with the Cassiopeia ban, though. This is something that has been really taking over since the introduction of Deathfire.
I have a feeling they fully indexed into Dokla equals win, Castle equals lose. Nah!
Early Nocturne.
They wouldn't. Oh, what the hell?
You know, setting up
Hey.
with Nico. Definitely looking for hard engage.
I accidentally hit whatever F key that was.
Because when I think about C9 and where people would say their biggest strength is compared to LYON, it probably would be
Leaked,
Thanatos
yeah,
top lane,
leaked.
right? You would be thinking
Actually,
about
maybe
this
leaked. I don't know what's on
side lane
Inspect
play,
Element.
Thanatos maybe being able to get an edge up there.
I'm a complete
and
noob.
it makes it really hard for Dokla
Okay,
to do what
so
he
no
did
Ashe
to
Seraphine,
block
but
in
like
playoffs,
Blind
which is
Lucian,
go for
Milio
range counterpicks and things
one
like
is kind
that.
of
So if you wanna try
nuts,
to
right?
counter
Like,
Thanatos, well, now you're gonna have to
yeah, do you want
deal
just Senna
with
Naught? Yeah,
Nocturne, with
okay.
Senna ult, with all these extra tools
So now you can
that
kind of
could be
sustain
very
through the
difficult
trades
for
as long as you
Thanatos.
don't take
So I wonder if that
too many
would
crazy
dissuade
bad ones
Dokla
early.
from going for one of these more aggressive counter picks that he really kind of made famous, I felt like, in Lock-In.
Yeah, should be really, really interesting.
I feel like Lucian, Milio, like in ISO into Nocturne is obviously not bad, but when you don't know what the bot lane is, I think it's really insane.
Of that dive. So let's see how
What finally sold me has less to do with YouTube and more to do with cancelling Spotify. Bro, I heard YouTube music / like that shit is really good. But I'd have to try it because I really enjoy the convenience, air quotes convenience of Spotify. But I've never tried another music app, so I don't know.
He has been a critical engager as well for C9.
Well, both
All right.
sides gonna go ahead
Immediately.
You've got the Annie
Don't want
man.
any on
It's gonna be solo lane
3
focus
for
here
Saint.
in the second half of the draft because we do have the bottom lanes and the junglers already selected for both sides. Not really any true opportunity for flexing these first
I have
three
all my stuff on
either
hard drives
of
and
the
no
teams.
streaming.
Lucian, Melio, of course, been very
I mean,
powerful recently,
based.
so we'll be excited to see if Berserker and Isles can find that early pressure here against the Senna Nautilus during the laning phase. Silas going to be banned.
It's worse than Spotify, but only a tiny bit.
C9.
Yeah, and then you get like YouTube,
To allow that to be piloted by LYON, steal away some of these
all the other
valuables.
YouTube premium benefits.
Yeah, honestly, okay, so what is that opening up then? Because
Does
like,
sound
their
OP.
support and their jungle are both built, and usually when I think of
Also,
Silas
is my
fans, you're protecting
YouTube
against like if we have an Alistar or a Shyvana,
It's
you know,
okay.
stuff
You
like
don't
that.
want him or Malphite.
Or Malphite, or like Gnar. You know, these types of things are what you're usually thinking about. So maybe it's something for mid lane as well for APA.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Gnar's gonna get banned out here.
Silas
So
and the Gnar. Okay.
yeah, that's gonna get taken away.
What does
I
Saint
mean, I
want
also
here?
just think Saint is quite a good Silas player in general. You know, he is a very good melee mid laner. You know, can utilize that really, really effectively. I do think that's one of the biggest differences in play style, you know, across the board here is in mid lane. The APA is much more on the kind of like caster side, and he's not going to play melees, right? Whereas Saint is, so I feel like they're maybe just kind of targeting for that reason to be able to deny that. TF, it's also an answer that people like into that sometimes, to be able to just kind of steal.
4 mid bans and none of them are Ziggs.
So maybe they would.
It is kind of nuts, no?
More of a global play, which I feel like is kind of the APA style.
Low-key, is this a Ziggs game? I feel like the engage is really limited. The matchup into Rise is probably super playable.
So it's going to have the ability to
I feel like there's not really a need to pull it out now, but like, you also have Nautilus. Like, low-key,
recipe against some of these top teams.
no, you kind of need a DPS champ. They might go Azir.
Was Dokla bringing out all these
If they go Scion, I think they'll go Azir.
Especially if you're going against the first team All-Pro Thanatos too, and Thanatos is going to have to blind, and so he blinds the tankier.
They need a mid-game damage champ though.
That's kind of my question here, is because you know Vayne is up.
They need a mid-game damage champ.
Would like to go towards sometimes against these tanks. Of course, Varus is banned, so that's not going to be an option. Or do they just come out and
all right, they do it. Fair enough. I don't hate it. I think it does. Ziggs is a high damage champ. I think it's a good spot. I think it's a good spot.
Part of the reason I think the Vayne is a little too dangerous to go for Dokla is because of the early Nocturne. That's why
actually let Ziggs go through. 4 Lee Sin, like Blabber respect, Unk respect ban into 4 mid bans. I think we know what LYON think about C9.
Is probably going to have to blind it this time around.
All right, I'm gonna run ads, guys. I'll see you on the other end of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and press my X to doubt right here, gentlemen, because I feel like every time we see Renekton versus Scion in the LCS,
LYON have very limited engage, and the carries on C9 scale exceptionally well. I am a little bit concerned on that front. I feel like LYON's comp doesn't really have a lot of strong synergy together.
counter picky really up there on the top side. There are
that said, in just name value champions, LYON obviously they have a stronger draft for sure, but
the Nautilus shields,
I don't know.
Different shields that you can actually pop with the empowered W.
Doing my little bit of hashtag bias here, I'm rocking with LYON a bit more. Sorry, with C9 a bit more.
And look to attack this C9 composition, which I will say is very low on consistent damage, right? You send in the Nocturne, you throw out the Ziggs, you have all of those tools, but Senna and Ziggs,
yeah, it is weak early game. We'll see if they can abuse it, LYON. That's what they have to do.
Does have is a lot of threat and also some really good peel with Emilio to absorb that initial engage.
Unks, you cooked.
That's going to come out. So maybe their thought process is, hey, we just need multiple threats. We attack the Senna and the Ziggs from multiple angles, keep the pressure on them, and Berserker can kind of deal with the rest with the help of Emilio.
Yeah, it is going to be really interesting because there is a difference in range as well.
Let's get it.
And LYON, their main engage here
Let's
is
get it.
basically Wukong. Is basically inspired, getting a flank or, getting, a good angle to find the main engage. Maybe even like a Rise Realm Morph into some angle. But they do have, if Senna can scale, and Ziggs range as well for some poke damage. So it'll be very interesting to see if LYON's bottom lane can, find something here. We get, oh my goodness, the all chat is going crazy already in game number 1.
Yeah, Zane already told APA to shut up 1 second in. 4 bans for me, Inspired's like, you are God, and then we'll probably scroll, because Zane immediately after this told APA to shut up.
And remember, if you've been following the LCS this split, we've done a lot.
LYON's comms.
Yeah, we've done a lot of LYON's comms listed, and they very frequently use that term.
2 stacks, wave 1, and now we're zoned off the wave.
Not disrespectful. It kind of means be quiet. No offense intended.
Yeah, just banter.
a little bit.
Just a little.
In this case, maybe to
a little bit
opponent.
of back and forth here. But ahead of this game, Cloud9 was getting their communication streamlined for the series, as we did see their heal.
I don't know if these extended. I don't know if the extended trade feels good there.
Yeah,
well,
let's try to not confuse our team.
What's that?
We should sign off every comm we say. I'll just be way louder than you, so I think they'll be fine. I'm going mid. This is Vulcan. What's that, Blubber? If it's passive aggressive, it's me. If it's wrong, it's Blubber. No flash. Get flash.
W comms.
It's me. If it's wrong, it's Blabber. That is a crazy.
W comms.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, back to the game though. This bottom lane.
The mood is good. The mood is good.
What can they do with this Lucian Emilio lane? How much of an advantage can they get? And can
well, the mood is good until Blabber does some
to
nonsense.
Try and get a foothold in this game. But I wanted to bring this back up. Remember lock-in finals, the most important match that they actually played. Also had a bunch of all chat where there's some history here with Saint and especially APA. As we do have the invade, and they are using the pushing bottom lane to steal away blue buff here for Inspired. So let's get to the action.
Yeah, let's see if we have something else to type about here immediately as LYON is ready to try to contest.
Oh my God, Blabber!
What? Some of the damage here at the very start, but Blabber is the lowest. First blood already back over to LYON. It's Berserker cashing in with 2 bullets straight to Blabber's heart.
Blabber wanted to go get his passive auto for the AoE as he walks right into them, but he does not flash out. It does not get them a good setup for this fight at all. Playing off the bottom lane that had been pushed in and isn't going to have the fighting capability. That is a terrible start for C9 for Blabber.
It felt like he got really confident because Vulcan is over there in the brush. They obviously know this is happening. Blabber is being very careful. He walks the long way around. And, when they move up to actually back him up here, it seems like Sven and Vulcan have a very different read on the situation than him. Vulcan does get this initial hook down, and they're like, okay, maybe we can fight, and Blabber just goes in, but look at the rest of the bot lane. Vulcan and Sven want to back off, but Blabber's going right into the middle of all 3. They all pokes him down, and he just gives over a freebie.
I mean, yeah, it's early Senna with very little mana left as well, though, so I kind of side with the bottom lane.
Me too.
Opinion on that one. And
what the?
Wrong, it's Blabber. Blabber's gone.
Well, and this is the head-to-head all-time 7-1 in best of 5. This is not the game score. Blabber individually has been pretty good in those games, as far as the stats are concerned. But Inspired always seems to have his number, always seems to win in those big moments, take the game 5s, take those big plays.
It's the clutch factor, right? It's the fact that Inspired has been the one, like the
How does he do it?
Before we got to the series, you look at LYON's victories, so many of them What is the emblem on the other side of the head-to-head? It's Cloud9 that he took down. So C9 has got to find an answer for this guy, but so far...
Every series, bro.
And I will say, a lot of the time, when people are talking about these two teams, the thing that they're going to point towards for C9 as an advantage is top lane, right? Is Thanatos. But Thanatos is playing the more supportive style champion. Doesn't mean he can't be a big impact on this game. And as you see, he's already up a few CS. He's pushing in Dokla pretty heavily. So if this Sion can win the 1v1, become that brick wall, you can create a lot of space for the Ziggs, for the Senna. And that is the way you make a difference in a game like this. And it's also worth mentioning, he's 9-0 on Sion in his career.
Whew. That is a crazy stat.
Not bad.
Undefeated. This would make it 10 in a row if Thanatos can lock in.
All right, so both bottom laners thinking about bottom half of the map plays here, but Blabber walked over the ward, and so they know he's doing Gromp. And really, just as long as LYON are cautious here, yeah, and they're going to wrap around to the Tri-Brush ward as well. Looks pretty free for them, because Blabber got set pretty far behind by that invade and dying off, so Wukong's going to get to level 6. Much earlier than Blabber, and you're going to have such a big advantage. Wukong with level 6 before Nocturne.
It's so fried, bro.
Pretty substantially, as you can see from.
Well, Thanos is even using ult to get back to lane. Is his wave frozen, or what's?
In the middle.
He just wants to get back quicker.
So they're going to have a lot of priority wherever Inspired goes, and he does have flash too for when he hits 6. But Isles is in trouble.
Yeah, Isles about to drop down here in the bottom lane. The
last second heal.
Campfire plus the heal keeps him alive. As Berserker arrives to guarantee that C9...
Alright, looks like they're still going to get top grab at least. Inspired is just happy to handshake it because they got first rake.
At the end of the day, he does keep his flash, loses the heal. And this is Emily's match of the week. Who has had the better record of matches of the week, Raz or Emily?
When it comes to these things, I'm always going to vote Emily over Raz.
Honestly, though, Raz's picks, even though he picked second, have actually been hitting.
Based flowers, by the way. Choosing Emily over Raz,
you know?
I agree.
I just got to give Raz credit.
For no particular reason at all, of course.
Yeah. That's respectable.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You gotta have somebody willing to stoke the flames here a little bit.
Yeah, and dress up like a clown and sometimes act like a clown.
The nose honk for good luck was something that only Raz could conjure up, truly.
But, you know, it's for a good reason that Emily picks this for her match of the week. We have a lot
it's true. Zero solidarity.
Series. In fact, first team All-Pros go pretty hard. And as Azale is highlighting, it's our #1 seed versus our #2 seed. So going with a lot of the top of the standing stats.
Yeah, and I mean, we got a lot of history between these two teams. You know, you think back in Lock-In, C9 won the best of 3, then LYON won the best of 5. Then to start this split,
how'd you drafts? Both game 1 drafts? Both look like game 2 to 3 drafts? Yeah, I do agree. I don't know.
In a really important match,
prior announcers are definitely a little bit odd.
Has an opportunity with a series win to go to an international for the first time as an organization.
I did see what happened to Ericsson today. Sounds like he had another heart attack, man.
Yes, whoever loses here will still have a chance, and they will still go to Arizona. But this is your chance to punch your ticket to an international and to be waiting in the grand finals right here, right now.
It's a big deal, and right now you can see Inspired is back, looking to invade this bottom side enemy jungle yet again. Here on the second blue buff spawn, Blabber, Vulcan, and Sven all ready to defend. APA right next to him, throws a bouncing bomb through, doesn't really get a whole lot. Paranoia gonna go ahead and dropped, however, C9's immediately ready to punish.
Oh my god, Saint, bro. Are they really allowed to do that? They're allowed to port in like that and they don't just lose the game? I feel like Vulcan was being really vegan there, no? Thoughts, guys? Like Vulcan just really didn't want to fight?
LYON did get the blue, but it cost Saint both summoner spells and the Realm Warp because he went pretty deep there. Trying to go for the zone. Their call was, hey, we can make a pincer. He did get Blabber's Flash, so it's not like it was an unanswered couple of summoner spells that were used, and now APA under attack.
Yeah, APA is dead as shit.
Satchel, but he bounces back towards the enemy turret. Inspired, ready to flash
Gonna get a little bit of move speed.
Goes ahead right back in there from another crushing blow. APA
well.
Prison, and Inspired picks up the kill.
Well.
Did not use his flash or the Cyclone in that fight over by the blue buff.
Are you a Goku or Krillin kind of guy?
He's able to get a kill on APA and force his flash, which is just that insult.
Well, actually, that's a lie. It's neither. I'm a Vegeta guy.
Kind of move forward. Maybe he had thought Saint went back to base and then he could kind of walk his way out that way, but at the end of the day, does get punished, loses the flash, dies, and Inspire rewarded for holding onto those cooldowns.
Yeah, really good wraparound there from Inspired. And if you're a mid laner, just like used ult and double summoner spells so you could get blue buff, and then you pay him back like that, he's going to be real happy.
That's a good payback. I like that type of transaction, my friends, as Inspired is now going to go ahead and secure these grubs as well. First Drake already went to LYON back just 20 seconds after it spawned, and now the grubs are also going their way, all 3 of them here. So nice neutral objective control by LYON here in the early game.
I will say, though, C9's bot lane doing a pretty darn good job. Yes, Berserker did pick up a kill, was able to get that kill earlier onto Blabber, and so he is a little bit ahead in gold as a result, but they are dead even in farm. Sven has already gotten almost 30 souls. They're pushing in this wave. They have gotten 1 plate already. They're going to deny some minions. So the Senna Nautilus, who you are expecting to be a bit on the back foot in this matchup early on, are doing quite well and are scaling, and that is so important when you basically are this 2-threat team here with the Ziggs and the Senna as your big damage dealers. They have to have a good lane, and I think they are.
Yeah, the tanky strats for the Sennas now with the the steel caps and the helm, and just focus on your scaling and stacking up your souls. See about the remainder here, because the Blabber ultimate is back up, Nocturne ultimate available, and you can see him walking around with Vulcan. The Nautilus here, once you have Nautilus point and click, definitely is a very quick combo to be able to pull off if they can trap anyone through this river, because APA from mid lane, the Ziggs can always add that big damage onto the Nautilus CC.
Yeah, and look at the bottom side river control by C9 right now as this second Drake is spawning. Look at the amount of wards that they have placed around here. Control wards everywhere. They've got the ward over the wall here, just over that terrain near mid lane. And now Blabber's going to take the blast cone over. Bottom lane's already pushed out. C9 is focused on this Drake, and it's Sven and Vulcan rotating over, starting this one up alongside Blabber. APA also nearby. Control ward right there in the middle of the river. Vulcan goes in here with a dredge line, immediately may go Inferno Bomb over the top, and Inspired is shut down. C9 have already found themselves a kill on the enemy jungler, and that will earn them the objective.
That is your first team All-Pro support right there. Vulcan with the snipe from the brush flowers. He sets it up, and that Nautilus CC into the Ziggs damage. Exactly what you're talking about. He annihilates the Trinity Force Wukong. Inspired had just gotten his big power spike here with the Trinity Force, but Vulcan right out of the brush.
And this is actually a tag team play. We're not going to see it. APA had warded over the wall and forced his clone earlier. That is why he has the confidence to flash in for there. You see that little ward spot right here. That was just cleared out. APA had warded over, had forced the clone. They knew he had no flash because of the mid gank. So Vulcan says, when you walk in this brush, you got no clone, you got no flash, no way to dodge this, and full sends it.
And you can tell Jack in the audience there, he really wants C9 to get back to an international. And he's liking what he's seeing in game number 1 there. Really good snap play from Cloud9. All ultimates used as well for the play.
And speaking of all, we're talking about all here. The first team.
Sven is at 35 stacks, I think. That's really good pace, isn't it?
Saint and Berserker. First team All-Pro AD carry and mid laner here for LYON. First team All-Pro support and top laner for C9.
And a lot of these guys, especially on the C9 side, the Thanatos votes and the Vulcan votes were very heavily towards them. They got a lot of points.
For both of them.
Berserker to me as well was the clear #1. So a lot of these guys who are on first team, it's not even like they were barely on first team. They were definitely deserving.
Their first team, they would be second team. Also,
who's supporting in the World Cup? England, obviously.
A couple of slots.
On a bad day, they're also third.
Yeah,
what?
I was one to double vote a couple of times.
Dude, what?
I have integrity.
Yo, English person, who are you supporting in the tournament that your team has been doing really well in for the last two visits?
They think his recall finished. Doko with so much patience there. They're like, wait a second.
That is a sneaky crocodile staying here for this long. And look at Saint's positioning here on the rise. He is also moving up towards this lane.
My god.
Doko might stick around long enough to truly
They're gonna kill him.
Ruthless Predator.
They're not losing anything bot either.
Describes, the minion wave is going to give him the opportunity to recast the slice and dice, and there it is. Ruthless Predator sets it up.
I mean, it's a good play.
Saint's about to knock it down. Beware the patience of a top laner ignored, as now they find it. And Saint gets away from the counterattack paranoia as well. Goodness gracious, how audacious Dokla gets it done.
Oh my god, Dokla! The sickest play sometimes is doing absolutely nothing. He just waits in the brush. 007 up there hiding out, and surprise popping out here onto APA for a second, it looked like they were going to be able to
Crazy
get
patience.
counter kill with all
Guys,
the damage
by the way,
that
again,
down,
I
but
put a
this
channel
is
point Gamba up.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Channel point
Now
Gamba. It's got a minute left on it. Game end, over, under, or 31 on the dot. 31 minutes on the dot.
That would interrupt it. That would also mean death. So split seconds there, making the difference. And Dokla then got right back down to the bottom lane, because that was going to be the price of these like long staying plays where
Get active.
You're patient and you're staying away in the bush. But can you get back down to the other side of the map, back down to the minion wave? And so Dokla right back down to the other side. And it is LYON increasing the gold lead to over 1.5K now.
And I just love how not only was Dokla smart enough to stay in the brush and realize, okay, they actually check the forward brushes, they think I've finished my recall. Then he doesn't just take a recall there, he realizes, you know what, Saint is moving up, we can actually find a play here, and is able to turn that escape into an aggressive play, which turns into another escape as Saint gets out. You know, those are the kind of plays that people really credit him for.
Now, Thanatos trying to go in, find a counterattack here onto
Oh.
Blabber's ready to fly in with a pair of
You had vision for that?
C9
Crazy.
finds revenge.
How many points for you to shave your head?
Dokla had already spent every
Genuinely, there's not enough points. I will never shave my head for a stream gimmick or anything like that.
Thanatos has Blabber in the back pocket, ready to strike back. Yeah,
I've told this story before, but the closest I ever got to doing anything like that was for my beard. I think it was 2023 summer, LEC. And I was in the green room with Gorborg and Shox. And Gorborg and I were just like shooting the shit. And he was saying that he believed that Fnatic would finish top 3. And I was like, there's no chance. Like, it's not going to happen. And then on a whim, I said, if Fnatic came top 3, I would shave my beard. Like, that's how confident I am. And then Shox, I think she was on her phone or she might have been doing something different. She like snapped to attention at that and went, would you be down to like say that on air? I'm like, hell no. It's like, no, no. And then guess what? They only went to fucking finals. They only went and bloody made it to finals, that split. So like, thank God I actually decided to not do it. Otherwise we could have had the half-bowled Marder. Like legit, just never mention a bet in front of Shox. Oh my God. Oh, it's Vulcan. Dude, I feel like Vulcan is being really vegan.
Both sides committing some resources here, neither side losing a man.
He def charged and then queued backwards. I guess he was worried about maybe just getting 100-0'd because he's half HP, but like...
But they already secured the dragon, as you say, for LYON.
Nicely done there by...
No, but legit, it's like content, like... You know when you're playing like open world games and there's like an interaction that happens and then the pop-up to interact with the interaction happens above our head? Me saying that, like that's what happened to Shox. Like Shox saw the pop-up interaction. Tap in. She was like, I think I will interact with this.
Very heavily contested over the next 10 minutes or so.
I hope so. I love heavily contested objectives, my friends.
Isn't there something on the line with Power Spike and Los Hunters? Yeah, that was for them to make MSI. But they were never going to make MSI, so I was pretty confident about that. Though I didn't even put myself forward for it. I think it was Yamao. Yamao just said, yeah, by the way, like if they make it to MSI, we'll all shave our heads.
I think the next few minutes are going to be really telling.
Said who?
Because you just got your 2-item Power Spike for Berserker here. Whereas, you know,
stop saying vegan and try to call him a fucking pussy.
And can you take advantage?
Nah, I'll call someone a pussy when I see some real pussy shit.
You're trying to get chunk damage, you're trying to get priority here. But Sven with his static shiv is.
But right now this feels vegan.
Deletes the wave and he doesn't even require.
There's a line.
Vulcan right now, which is huge because it allows
like Team WE.
Timers, even though there's nothing to get on the top side at the moment. Doing a very good job there for Sven. As long as
genuinely, Yamao.
And deal with the minion wave, not allow the illusion.
Yamao sells his body a little bit too much. I'm concerned for him.
And he's doing his job.
Yeah, I mean, he's set up very defensively, obviously, with the steel caps and with the Doran's helm. He just wants to farm souls, and they are looking for Thanatos here.
Okay.
Dokla going and committing the flash to get in front of the Scion ultimate, so Thanatos cannot immediately escape. Now with the Dawning Shadow coming through, Thanatos staying alive a little bit longer.
I don't know, this guy's really tanky. Oh, Thanatos fucked up the Q. Okay, it's fine. He's got Triumph and shit stacked. Oh my god, wow. Actually, Dokla did a lot more damage than I thought he would. Who did I predict for this series? Loki, I didn't predict anyone. I just think it's going to be a 5-game series. You also boost the beast.
Does survive, gets a little scrappy up here in the top lane, and bottom side trades 1 for 1.
Yeah, honestly, this game is an absolute banger. What an opener to this series, going blow for blow, play for play at the moment.
Yeah, that was actually really close on that bot side. You know, Thanatos is trying to bait them. You can see Blabber wanted to hold his ult, so they're fully committed under the tower to be able to utilize that in the 2v2. They had Sven with
your streamer is sick,
that
chat.
was going to be able to build them some time, and they are able to get a kill, but LYON played that very well. They didn't just go full retreat. They were still hitting Blabber the entire time that he's chasing after them, so they're able to focus down Blabber and make that, you know, 1 for 1 at the end of the day.
Good moves.
Berserker doing a lot of damage there to Sven, weaving those spells back and forth with the passive. Takes a nice chunk out of the Senna HP, but here's another look at what happened to the bottom lane.
And you can see Blabber's already there. He could ult in at any time, but he realizes Thanatos isn't going to actually just get burst down. Let's wait. Get Sven in position, send a shield, W gets popped, the Soul Furnace there from Thanatos. That gives him that big injection of shields, and then Blabber comes in.
Wait, did Thanatos? I feel like Thanatos. I feel like Thanatos charged his Q for long enough for that to not be a mini one, you know? I feel like Thanatos got a little bit bitched there by interaction.
I didn't need to die, but it's still good. It's not bad. Yeah. There's no ghost. Flash though.
Okay, Blabber recognizing maybe there was a more effective way to play it, get out without having to trade, but still happy with the overall result. And honestly, this game is super close. Only a couple hundred gold separating the teams, as Inspired is certainly driving the Herald somewhere. Okay.
This is a risky spot.
Oh my god.
LYON not quite what they wanted there from the Herald.
Yeah, I kind of want to see
why did they change their mind?
I didn't actually catch the very beginning.
Was it a
of that
misclick?
play. You know, we saw C9 moving up to look for something a little bit aggressive.
Did he feel like if he went top, he would have got collapsed
The
on?
Herald only has so much duration, and the charge expires right before crashing in, so he has to use the clone, the Cyclone to get out. At the very least, he did not die, and it was the Paranoia traded from.
Bro, Inspired has been having some individually
Yeah, no flash spent, right? It's not like you lost your big summoner spell engaged for the upcoming potential
questionable series for a little while now. Oh,
Thanatos. For C9, as Thanatos might find himself in a compromised position. He is a Scion. He's still very tanky with the 2 fully completed items, and he will just be able to walk this one away.
Yeah, this has been his worst split for a long time.
That's a Scion. It's not a concern. C9 happy to regroup with their top laner. Everybody's hanging around this Drake right now, though, as the Realm Warp is about to come in. Inspired goes over the wall while Dokla goes in with the Realm Warp, but he's caught over the wall. He's all alone, instantly loses 75% HP. LYON still looking to contest the Drake, but they got to be careful. Their top laner is very injured. Vulcan goes in with the dredge line. He finds the
honestly, high key works.
but Melio escapes for now. Isle's still
Oh my god, he's alive.
Come
Wukong get it?
In the middle of everybody trying to get away.
Yeah, he did get it, but I mean, still dead. They can't Nash at least. If you're LYON, but it's a really good fight from us. Good stuff.
There in the middle of all of the Cloud9 members, steals the dragon. They were trying to stop damage.
Yeah, it's kind of it's worth for Inspired.
Cannot. He is using the ult. He is getting it low, and then clones backwards, kind of jukes him out. Is able to finish it off with that Q smite and move them to Soul Point, which is so big for LYON.
Yeah, it's clutch plays because he also kills Vulcan. When Vulcan goes for this initiation, he's looking for Berserker. This hook actually ends up hitting Isles after this initiation. So this beginning was good poke damage for them onto the Renekton, and then they get the wraparound. And here's where Vulcan is going to go for his hook onto Berserker, but it ends up hitting Isles when Berserker dashes away. Then as Vulcan gets low, he retreats down to Inspired.
Sion feels huge. He is huge,
Inspired
bro.
is going to be able to not only finish off him, but then also get the smite on the dragon as all of Cloud9 are trying to kill him. Clones back to the side, finishes it off, and clutches.
Hey, good job, guys. Take a deep breath, though.
They still, yeah, they still.
Don't read those lips. Don't read those lips.
Watching from home right now.
I think we know what he said.
Same expression.
He said, "Nice try, team."
Yeah,
as the
he wanted the dragon, but the kills are good too.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's a 2-for-1. It's a 2-for-1. 2 is the bigger number. You're having a great time.
They got 2 kills.
2K finding coming.
Yeah. Now you just don't look at the dragon count.
Minus
That number's
2K.
A little bit more concerning.
Ignore everything else.
Yeah, here for the next 3.5 minutes, C9 can plan how they're going to address the next Drake, because that's when trouble rears its its head. Mega Inferno Bomb flies out. Isles and Berserker staying plenty healthy thanks to the cozy campfire, but it's C9 continuing to push towards the mid lane tier 1 turret. Remember, APA on the Ziggs means the Satchel offers incredible pushing opportunities.
And you can see that whole time, they were confident to just keep Dokla split pushing with no teleport. They don't care. Yeah, he can finish off the bottom side tower, and they're trying to just hold here.
I mean, if they get this close to one play, it's really close to dying. Like,
but again, the range
maybe 3 or 4 more autos and the Ziggs W can kill that.
Show a bit here with some of the siege mechanics.
By the way, surely they did. Did they adjust Ziggs W
these C9 members do scale
values? Because like, there's more flat HP on the turret. They must have.
Is really dangerous, but
yeah, 80 stacks is above average.
Renekton coming in, you can run more multiple or even just one of them into that back line and try to look for these pincer plays here. And they're very strong in the side lanes as well with the Rise because Saint is completely keeping up in gold with APA.
So nah, Ziggs can't really play side lane really well. He can collect waves, but he can't push waves.
Obviously, the Drakes favor LYON, but we look at the scaling on the side of C9. You have the Senna, you have the Scion. They both scale infinitely. APA Ziggs is a monster. Does this next Drake define the game, or is it bigger than that?
I think it does if LYON gets it. I think that you don't outscale them enough.
Why is Ziggs down a level? Roa.
Infernal Soul, especially with such a high damage comp. So to me, if C9 do stall out, get the next couple dragons, then they really are going to start to outscale. But at this point, it's so close, and one dragon gets them Infernal Soul, and I think leapfrogs LYON ahead.
I mean, the thing is, LYON are going to struggle. Like, if C9 don't get this next Drake, assuming C9 just, assuming we just keep it chill, I'm not going to lie, I think it's very hard for LYON to find fights, unless C9 are trolling position.
And it's always incredibly important, too. Whenever you're getting to the Soul, you're usually getting the third items for
We've already seen some losses with Soul today, don't even get me started.
Does look like Blabber is a bit further, ahead than Inspired. Overall, he is ahead a marginal amount of gold. But if you can actually get to that completion,
haven't been keeping up with LYON. His cost is still subbed in at all.
Because both these junglers are full send junglers.
Was he subbed in last series? I actually can't remember. I feel like he wasn't.
And Berserker
it's a bit meh.
For, kind of the
What's your opinion on top on the series earlier today? Will they actually show up at MSI? Will they show up at MSI? Probably not. But honestly, they've choked at so many internationals. Eventually they're due. So maybe this is the one. Who knows? I feel like the answer is more likely no. But I didn't catch the series today. I just heard that Monkey had a stinker.
As 80 carries will fight one another over the wave. Not one another, but one another's minions. As those get cleared out, and it's still C9 Vision controlling the Dragon Pit.
And remember, too, that LYON have the option. They don't actually have to do Dragon. They did push on top side, and they have cleared out the Vision around Baron, but it looks like Saint's coming down for possible Realm War play, so everybody going towards the Dragon fight.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, they don't have to. If it looks bad, they can back
Will BLG miss MSI?
That's buying more time for Zion and Senna,
low
which
chance.
is a big risk itself. So I think they want to fight if
they have to beat AL, who just don't look that good. IMO. And then WE, who Loki could have their number. But I think the likelihood is that BLG just go to MSI. It would be funny as shit if BLG get beat a second time in a row. Like, BLG would straight up implode. Low-key, it would be horrible for the LPL.
C9 are going to get away with
but if you're a neutral, that's Kino. If you're an LCK fan, you're hoping WE do the thing.
On Paranoia, so a little bit more limited engage opportunity, but he has rejoined with the rest of the team now. Guardian Angel up and ready to go for both of our junglers. 3 full items for both of them. 3 full items on Berserker, as mentioned earlier. No Infinity Edge for Sven. C9 going to go ahead, start up the Dragon right now, but no sort of commitment, as the Dragon is allowed to be pulled outside of the pit here just a little bit. Inspired and Dokla looking for the
positioning.
opportunity to make some sort of
They'll spot him on that control ward.
Behind enemy lines, not seen yet. The Dragon down to 2,000 HP.
Okay, good flash. Sven needs a little bit of assistance, guys. They're going to turn and hit the Drake maybe. No, actually, Inspired was really deep. Didn't realize. They've been hitting the Drake regardless. Saint, they have to focus on the Drake, guys.
As LYON continuing to try to look for the Infernal Soul.
Yep, get that space. Oh, they got Inspired. Holy shit.
Inspired down into the Guardian Angel, but Blabber's gonna be careful now too. Inspired getting away from decimating smashes. The culling flies out.
I'm really scared for our carries. Dokla. Okay, he didn't get the Q off. Oh my god, look at Berserker! Wow, Berserker just 1v9 so hard. Oh, and they're gonna finish Drake while Blabber's in GA. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. They can't finish it.
Still looking for a little bit more, going after Thanatos. The immunity of the unstoppable onslaught gets him away. Good Lord, man.
That was a crazy team fight. Berserker as well as Saint coming from opposite sides. Pincer attacked in the pit there. They're able to knock down Sven. They're able to knock down an APA, and they pop the GA from Blabber. And
my word.
GA, Inspired
what a crazy team fight.
Dragon takes the soul.
Smite in 8. Smite in 5. Wait.
Okay.
Ziggs flashed.
I just use Wilson slow. I'm stay here though.
Careful, not suck from this.
Yeah. I can
I
change
have GA. I have
GA. Look here.
Ziggs no flash. Ziggs no flash
right now.
Okay.
What center?
I have no ult
Okay,
now.
Luxena.
Ziggs no flash in the pit.
I'll try get 6. I'm looking Jigs.
They are stuck. In the pit. They are stuck.
Coming to you.
Kill Dirk.
I have done it
Okay.
now. Kill the Nocturne. I will get the dragon.
Hit the Drake.
Wow.
Room Nautilus.
They don't have damage.
Oh.
You guys can win. Just
You guys
play
can
slow.
win, I think. No, Nocturne is loose.
Keep going.
Sion has no mana.
I
They
mean,
don't have damage.
Nautilus, no flash.
No flash Sion, no ult Sion.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Berserker's dead. So is Isles. Jesus. Okay, Blabber dies. Someone helps Sven. Oh my god, he's one shot. Dokla's been so 1v9. Oh my god, they're kind of eating. Oh my god, they're kind of eating a lot of damage from APA. Yeah, he's dead. Bro, APA deals a lot of damage. Oh my god.
And together with APA, they have the damage. As soon as we're out of the replay, it's a 3-for-3 bloodbath in the mid lane.
Yeah, the fighting continues. APA damage there barely clutches at 4C9 as they're kiting back. His bomb's not going to be able to find anything uninspired, but still trying to do so. What an insane dragon fight, by the way. The call when Berserker flashes in the back of the dragon pit. Anyways, back to live, or excuse me, back to when we got back to live out of the replay. As he said, the action continuing, and they just used everything. Nautilus ult, plus the Nocturne ultimate, plus the Ziggs ult to delete Berserker, but then still...
Yeah, if Dokla doesn't find the backline
And
so easily, it would have been really hard.
Solo kills Sven in the back of that fight.
Already a better
Otherwise,
series than
that would've been a
KC
G2
G2 low-key, yeah.
A double kill on the
Well,
bot
by
lane,
the way, the
instantly to start.
Gamba's paid out. It's over 31
3-5
minutes.
that, and thanks to Dokla getting back there and killing off the Senna so quickly, they're able to make that an even trade.
This is some good League of Legends. I like these fights, Flowers.
This is fun, man.
It is getting scrappy down there. The work of the Infernal Soul just has so big of rewards here. The extra damage already was on display in the previous fight. And that previous fight we just saw was with C9 instantly deleting the Lucian at the very beginning of the fight. So let's see what it looks like here as Cloud9 getting vision around the Baron.
Yeah, Saint now going to be the victim of the C9 Wombo combo. Seeker's arm guard buys him only
Big
a moment.
shutdown as well. Extra 350 gold, 58 gold. They can Nash now.
Yeah, they just start the Baron with Senna. You can stay so healthy on this, so LYON will have to respond.
Okay, LYON with the 4v5.
Oh my god.
Finding a ton of damage here to APA. Thanatos ready to charge in, unstoppable onslaught. Clone used from Inspired. Nice placement.
APA would love to get his base off here. Are they just calling off the Nash? Where's Blabber going?
Still on the backside of the pit. LYON successfully stopping C9 from grabbing the Baron. APA goes ahead and takes a recall.
Yeah, he gets his recall off. I was wondering if there's going to be a more aggressive teleport back into it with the 4v5 still in place, but they're going to call it at that. He just is safe teleport back to the team and they reset up, but now there's only 17 seconds left on this Rise, who will have Realm Warp, though no teleport to get there.
All right.
They know Inspired's there, right?
The Rise 10 seconds away. LYON still just trying to
this is risky.
Blabber continuing to DPS the Baron, but
I don't know. Okay, wait, they found Dokla. Okay, he's dead. Good. Hey, no buffering, hey. Have a word.
Baron stays alive now with Saint back on the field again. C9 will not be able to claim the Baron, but that's another kill they get on the Lion. C9 now up 3,000 gold.
Yeah, they do get a couple kills here, but they realize, all right, Saint's back. This would be way too risky against this Ryze at this point in the game to go straight back into that Baron pit.
Is that a Dragon Ball shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likely for the Elder here now in a minute. And we talked a lot about C9's
That Dragon Ball shirt?
Really
Motherfucker, check these out.
Lion, but we are
How about that?
Huh?
You got it on like I got it on, bro? Huh? Huh? You got it on like I got it on, dog?
Opened up a
Sorry.
2,000 gold lead plus the Serpent's Fang to deal with
I'm decked out today.
shields that they have over on the Lion side.
And we're seeing the Cloud9 frontline be incredibly effective even when their opponents have this Inferno Soul. In the previous wraparound Baron, Vulcan is marking
Bro,
the
Crocs are
flank there,
good.
so he finds Dokla. They know, Lion, if they don't have
I love
Dokla
these
flanked and
bitches.
Inspired as the main engage, as long as they can mark those players, then they still should be able to keep Sven safe and still should be able to have a good setup for themselves. Not to mention the potency of these picks, like when they full send all of the ultimates on Cloud9, if you are isolated.
Yeah, do you guys remember? I don't know how, because I don't know the age range of you guys, right? But are you guys old enough to remember when Crocs were like an uncool footwear? They were like a proper dad shoe.
For the BF sword, but not enough for the combined just yet. And is not going to have time, very likely, if
Still is. Nah, Cope.
Right
oh, they're going to try and get that guy's flash.
Back over the wall, escapes Mega Inferno Bomb, but
That's two big ults, though. I mean, it's like 48 seconds CD, I think. Oh, you can see it in the bottom left right now. 35 seconds left already on Nocturna. Zigzag as well is really short CD too. It's actually shorter than Paranoia by a noticeable amount.
Looking around in the enemy jungle, exactly Inspired, using the sweeper, checking to see if he can make his way forward. Dokla now ready to join back in the fight. He has the shield from the teleport, but he does not have Dominus still. Remember that. Lion still hanging around. Dragon still at 75% HP. Thanatos here on the front line, trying to get in the way of anything Lion tries to do. Elder Dragon down to about half health now. Inspired trading with Thanatos.
See, this is the issue. They know.
Seen on the left side of the fight as Saint drops the Realm Warp, but
well, they're trying to go. It's really awkward. Oh my god, Blabber, this flash. They've kind of reconnected well enough here, C9. Oh my god, APA just satchelled into them all. Oh, it's fine. No one's really hitting Sven. But Inspired is untouched, and the Blabber's dead, and Dokla is 1v9 again. Oh wait, there's no smite! Oh, there was smite. Why did he wait so long? Why did Inspired wait so long?
Isles and Inspired continue trying to fight. Thanatos wants his escape. He's a very tanky Scion, but where in the hell is he supposed to go?
He's going to have to wait for the ultimate and try to drive out of here if he can keep the space. It's up in 2 seconds. He'll be looking for that escape ulti and should be able to get it, but Inspired again gets
how far can he go? Top tier 2?
I
feel like it times out just before.
Yeah. Before saying it Berserker fell. So even though it feels like fight, as soon as the Elder goes to Lion,
low-key, they can chase him down. I think he's
the Lion,
dead.
The calls there were so good in the team fight.
He's
they
got
used
Stride
the Realm Warp
Breaker.
to force pressure as we're going to see the Scion get chased down and the Elder Dragon.
The minion!
Oh, Isles tried to go for the
there was a minion in the way.
Fire kick, but it hits you first, it slows you, and then when it bloops onto the ground, that's the bit of a knockback, so he doesn't get the CC he needs to interrupt.
Not a quick enough bloop under the ground, huh?
Slow bloop. Yeah. Nothing worse than a slow bloop.
Unlucky.
No. Holy.
That's not what you want.
Unless you're Thanatos.
Yeah, Thanatos loves a slow bloop. That's great.
Always said that.
This is actually such a crazy game, though. There, when Lion used the Realm Up to put the pressure on the back line, and then they kind of chase him around, Saint actually buys a lot of time flashing back around the other side of the fight.
Oh, a Chalky Panther.
Really
thank you so much for the Prime. That was 4 minutes ago, mate. Thank you. I don't have a.
Cloud9's jungler and earn themselves the Elder.
I don't have alerts on at the minute. And then Space Cowboy for some bits 3 minutes ago, and Space Cowboy for more bits 7 minutes ago. Goodbye, Nash.
Usually considering
Baron is up then.
Yeah, Baron kind of
Sven should be OP now. Should.
And Lion will be happy to take that one. The C9 gold lead now shrunk down below 2,000. As Lion still have that Elder for a little bit longer. They've got the Baron.
Yeah, they've got good wave cleared too.
But look at these waves. You know, there's nothing really happening here on the bot side. Mid wave is pretty neutral, so it's all about top, and Ziggs can clear this out pretty effectively.
Wow.
Use the ult. They just got to
guys, that was a Baron wave.
Time here. They know
oh my god, that was a Baron wave.
And look at this. The Elder buff does not have long at all. That is going to run out very soon, and that is what C9 is counting on.
And that's exactly why APA committed the ult, like you're saying. Just nuke that wave, make sure that they can't force the fight right now.
Okay.
They're going to go ahead and try anyway as the Realm Warp arrives in. Doke's going to the back line. Inspired's taken low here at the very start, and Blabber already kills him off.
Oh my god, Blabber didn't...
Stays alive, but Doke grabs the kill there with the Elder Dragon execute. Thanatos going to die now too. The brick wall has fallen as LYON break their way into the enemy base at the very end of the Elder Dragon timer. It is a 4v3 as Berserker and the rest of LYON try to charge forward. Berserker the healthiest here on the team. This Lucian very, very strong. Sven has a ton of range here on his Senna, trying to defend, but the first Nexus turret has already fallen. C9 still scrambling. Berserker down to 1/3 HP now. As LYON don't look like they'll be able to continue a whole lot further, but they are going to keep trying. Dokeless still clearing out the minions on the side waves. Cozy Campfire here trying to keep Berserker healthy.
Oh my god, that comment dealt like 250 damage.
But just barely. LYON are forced back.
Yeah, they're going to be forced back here. Dokla just getting the dominance back now. If he had that a little bit earlier, if he had his flash, which is coming back up a little bit earlier, they probably could have closed out the game. But critically, Sven and APA do survive in that fight, even though they lose their front line. They are still alive. They still have a chance.
Well, the game's going to soft reset.
132 Senna stacks now. 1,700 plus health here for the Scion from the Soul Furnace.
What C9 need to do is they need to try and push out top wave to as close to tier 2 as possible.
Done for a while. So these guys are,
but they need to do it slowly. They kind of need to do it as a pair. Like they need to send APA and Thanatos top and not care about bot wave. Maybe Blabber can clear it.
One bad team fight, that doesn't really matter. You can just march down and end it.
Yeah, and the potential again for these picks can be so
see, they can't leave. They can't leave this top wave like this. Because now the top wave is going to stack in.
Not going to waste any time. It even goes past the tower as
I guess they can leave it for one more wave. Actually, to be fair. Once the Baron ends, they need to quickly. Would it be a slow push or it's kind of a?
You only have that empowerment for the
next they need to get to about tier 1.
Guardian Angels also up and running on not just Inspired but Berserker as well. Completed that purchase after the recall from the previous push. LYON still up with their Infernal Soul, still up about 2,000 gold. That gold lead doesn't mean a whole lot. 41 minutes into game number 1 here in this best-of-5 series. C9 held on to the lead for a very long time, but now LYON is back in full control, and it's less than a minute and a half until the next Elder Dragon spawns.
Yeah, and it feels like it's going to come down to these Elder fights. Obviously, Infernal Soul is still a very good advantage.
It's very, very...
When you're accounting for all of the scaling on C9,
I don't know, man.
It starts to feel very even. Besides the map
C9 scaling is playable. Everyone hold.
You know, they have knocked down more structures. They are closer.
Everyone just hold. All right.
Senna and Scion are so strong this late that it is always really scary. Sven trying to work towards a GA of his own. Blabber's has come back off cooldown. Inspired and Berserkers, though, theirs are up and ready. Zonia's is ready for Saint, so it's tougher to get a pick on these carries from LYON, where APA's got no defensives.
I'm not really sold on Lucian Cleaver, but
he
can do what he wants to do.
That could be lights.
And that's what Dokla's been trying to do in every single one of these team fights.
Oh, no. Don't like this.
Swooping around for the engage, but now immediately Inspired's onto APA. The Zig staying alive for now, trying to get himself away. Saint does damage into the back line now as
Looks
well.
cooked.
Vulcan's already down. Dokla goes on a killing spree. Blabber's under pressure. Mega Inferno Bomb coming in from the right, but Berserker is already killed off Sven.
Oh, we can't be on midwave like that with no vision, guys.
C9 tries, C9 dies, and it's LYON.
Guys, we can't be on midwave like that 42 minutes into the game.
As they find their team fight.
What are we doing?
42
oh,
minutes
man.
A clean 5-0 to end game 1.
Game number 1 certainly delivered.
Rough.
C9 tried, but LYON are going to take it.
They'll march this one on to the Nexus. What a battle. 43 minutes on the clock as the Nexus finally falls. If this is any indication, we are in.
Music time. Let's just see what the DJ has for us. And then I'm gonna run ads. Ads going. New Gamba over or under 27 kills next game? I'll see. I'll see. Yeah, I feel like C9 were in a good draft spot for themselves, you know? So I'm I'm not feeling super good for them. It's not good, guys. Tell me. Well, C9 are going to dodge another international. Ah. Space Cowboy lover. W cheer. It's really psychotic why you get so much damage out on this sequence. Yeah, it would be the 3rd year. They haven't been to an international since MSI 2023. Oh, did they go Worlds in 23? Yeah, it'll be Worlds 23 then. My fault. Let's have some faith in Dom's belt. Man. I don't know, man. I'm just starting to feel bad for Dom. If LYON knocks C9 to lower bracket, do you think C9 mental boom's enough to lose to TL? I don't even want to think about that as a possibility, but I don't think it's out of the question. I don't think it's out of the question. Holy, I'm not even going to talk. Just enjoy the music, bro. Just enjoy the music. Bro, I always find this part of the stream funny because if you're watching on YouTube, I'm just sat here in silence like an absolute freak. But I am listening to music. It just doesn't play on the YouTube stream because of copyright. Why do you always put music? Because the ads, what do you call it? They have copyrighted music in it, so I mute the stream once we're out of game and just jam to music. Yeah, also, seems as it popped up. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of like non-regular names tonight. If you like the vibe in this stream, if you like the vibe in the chat, feel free to join the Discord. The Nightbot just linked it. We're trying to grow out the Discord a little bit because the League Partner Program is opening back up. It's taking applications relatively soon. So the more active a Discord we have, the better chances that we have for getting accepted into the League Partner Program. And obviously, if that happens, then there's more opportunities for me to be able to potentially like give away free stuff for you guys to the community. So yeah. We hang out in there anyway. We watch like anime, lots of sports stuff. If I wouldn't have been streaming the games conference stuff, we would have been watching it in the Discord, stuff like that. So if you want a place to hang out, join the Discord. Tap in, get active, get freaky, or don't. It's up to you. I'm not your dad. Acknowledge my gifted. Did you gift a sub? Because I don't see a notification. Oh, 20 minutes ago, you gifted out one community. Oh, dude, sorry. It's literally right at the bottom. Thank you for gifting one tier 1, Space Cowboy. I apologize, man. Thanks so much for the generosity. My fault. I mean, the league partner program as an idea is good. It just needs to be upheld and maintained, like to a particular standard. And it feels like they kind of just stopped doing that for a while. So yeah, maybe when they open it up and then they take in who they want to have on, and then from then on they kind of just keep it neat and slipstreamed. I doubt they'll tie co-streaming to it, but like if you happen to be a league partner and you want to try and get co-streaming, it's probably a lot easier. No guarantee that I get get LEC co-streaming, but I'm not really chasing after it. If I get it, I get it. I'll look into it. To be honest, I'm more bummed out that I didn't get to co-stream. I know like the streams viewership-wise don't do as well, but I was really bummed out I didn't get to co-stream any CB LOL. Like this playoffs seemed really, really fun. Obviously, people that came in here to enjoy it last split really enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, like it's also just a region I highly recommend. If you guys enjoy watching the LPL, like you need to watch CB LOL. Like if your time slot when the CB LOL is open, guys, like the League of Legends isn't inherently the cleanest, or the highest quality to, you're not watching the LCK, bro, right? But these lot just fist fight perma. It's so fun. It's so unbelievably fun. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. If your time slot is open during those days, you need to tap in. Yeah, yesterday I was a little bit too tapped to co-stream the finals, and I felt like a bit too much of a tourist if I did. But in summer, we'll be sure to try and keep tabs on it a lot more.
It is really, really cool because you don't often get those opportunities.
Right, they're in draft.
You know, we think about some of these players who've played for a long time, but it's not always easy.
Every time Jemana speaks and the music fades out, it reminds me of the clip when they announced Charles' death on the radio. Dude.
Who I thought had a really good first game, but you're playing a tank. There's only so much you can do at the end of the day. You know, when it comes down to these team fights, it is so much about the carries, and LYON did an amazing job. We were just talking, using those realm warps, getting into the back line, pressuring the Ziggs and the Senna, and just showing why this team is world class.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if they can do it here for Thanatos to go see his dad. Or
no, I've seen the video.
LYON are going to
obviously
make this one look like the lock-in finals.
Well, they're going to go to Korea for a boot camp, so he's going to see his dad. The question is he in the stands with his dad, or is he on stage with his dad watching? You bet your ass he wants to be on stage.
But don't forget, even if you lose today, it's not like you're out of contention for MSI. Today's winner, yes, you automatically qualify for MSI. You automatically go to the finals in Arizona next weekend, but the loser will meet TL in that lower bracket final next Saturday for the chance to still compete for the title and still compete to be that #1.
I bet Jamada's hair if C9 wins this series. Yo.
Cassiopeia are banned out by LYON. C9 elected to go for first pick. LYON elected to go on the blue side.
To Zach, I like it.
I don't know if we're going to see a Zach, man. It's been a while since we've seen Zach. I mean, we're more likely to see Zach than we are the Bard jungle that the previous guy's poster had. I think that Zach is more likely.
All right, where are we going?
Other side's going to go ahead, ban out Akali, Nico, and Orianna. Seraphine banned out by LYON.
Corkster Nami, very OP here. Not as B1, but I just think as pairings.
The Silas like respect ban isn't there from Cloud9 this time around. They banned the Orianna and the Akali instead. And so we put more pressure on bottom lane with a Seraphine ban instead. With the Luciamilio,
so they're kind of hoping that LYON go like Corky Nami.
Into it, and so it opens up for C9.
I'm gonna go Karma Ezreal on
X. Karma here is definitely a very real possibility.
But Varus is also up, right? So it's
Varus is up. What the fuck?
So you're choosing Karma or Varus. I do think we're just gonna see Varus from Berserker here, very, very likely. And you know, it will just be a Varus lane into the Karma lane. So you have kind of your two. I don't want to say permaban, but as close as you're going to get there on that bot side. And it is going to be that matchup. So we'll see if Sven and Vulcan can create an advantage with that expected Ezreal, or if Berserker and Isles can get...
Now I really want to know what Isles wants to go to support.
Right. Do we want to go ahead and just immediately lock the support here for LYON? There's not a whole lot of pressure on that because the enemy team already has the Karma.
But
they will go ahead, lock in the Bard for themselves.
Should still be Ezreal.
I was just kind of looking through the champions that he's playing and thinking, if you want to go lane dominant, that makes the most sense of the champions that are up and available, because the
doesn't he pick Ivan Leon anymore? No.
That's another good pairing if you're going to be playing with.
Should later into a series though.
They know they are going to be playing into
Ivan is like
guaranteed, so
really strong this season.
Power there. And they're
like really, really strong this season.
Here, down in that bot lane 2v2.
And then
not gonna lie.
Gonna grab for Blabber this
also, now that I think about it, hold on.
Do they want? Okay, so they go for
no Ezreal.
The Jhin.
No Ezreal. Jhin Karma.
I mean, he did have a very, very good Jhin game versus FlyQuest and hit the like 13 kills.
Game 5, smacked him. And I will say, Jhin is. A lot of people feel like it's the more stable laner compared to Ezreal, so I think they're saying...
okay, no man. I thought Imperial Mandate was like CC in general, but it's only immobilizing effects. I was going to say, that could be really, really OP for Ivan, but I guess it would only give him 30 haste on the Q, but not the E.
Darvin here, the lock-in very, very quickly. And with a Victor as well, those are two great targets for
I mean, still sounds pretty good.
Both in the pit. Try and get a lot of work done. Try and
let's see if people are building on Ivan, like maybe 4th item.
All right, so we've got mid laner plus bot lane duo versus jungler plus bot lane duo. Remember last time around, everything was perfectly mirrored in the first half of the draft. So
Jin's actually good if you build damage on him. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Sven is typically quite good about this. He normally goes like the Hex Optic build and etc., etc., so he should be fine.
I feel like
I don't know why Ivan is
obviously
so
he's a
underexplored
Ziggs
though.
specialist,
It
but
bugs
then
me
beyond
too,
that, I
but
feel like he
it
really
is
does
what it
well
is.
on
Especially in a meta where enchanters are so
that can
strong,
set
like,
up engages, that can look
if
for
you
these
want
ways
to still have an
capitalize.
enchanter, but you could,
Annie
like,
is another champion
get an
that
engaged
he's
champ in the
very
support role, like in a
strong
good
on.
counter matchup, do you know what I
I don't
mean?
know if they're gonna ban the Annie
Like,
or
sounds
not,
like
though, because
Ivan
Victor
would
is considered a pretty
fit
good
if you
matchup
know what the
for
jungle
Annie,
matchup
so maybe
is,
they're, you know, not too
and
worried
the
about
support
having
has already been blinded.
Yeah, exactly. The Victor, I always feel like every time we see the Victor Annie matchup,
And you can
the
get engaged,
conversation
you know?
is always like,
But
yeah, this kind of sucks to play as Annie because every time you try to step up to the wave, you get.
I guess
lasered
one
and you
part
get
of it is,
I mean, they could
like,
try
invades
to
this
do
season are very, very powerful.
Like the Galio and just kind of like tank it into that.
The dunk buddy.
And then you'd use, the dunk buddy for the Jarvan, do Cataclysm plus Galio. If both those enemy carries are both low mobility, then maybe you actually can get that wombo to work.
Yeah, it definitely could make sense. I think my concern with going...
There it is. They were thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They absolutely were. My concern with going Galio would be they're pretty low on damage if they went that way anyway, which they obviously won't because you do have Jhin plus potential Galio. So obviously Thanatos could bring the damage from the top
Gonna
lane.
keep it real. APA needs to play something weird already.
It is just going to be continually thinning the pool here.
I mean, you could just go Ahri, I guess.
Unless there is a particular matchup that Thanatos maybe wants.
Feels a bit annoying though into Victor.
They are going to take this away. Rumble is still up and available. Usually it's just grabbed so early.
Oh, yeah.
Cassante is a matchup that a lot of people do like to take.
Alright, so Cassante will be one pick.
With C9 banning that, Lion's like, thanks. We'll
sure, we'll take it.
we'll take that. But you could still answer with Ornn if you want to go another tank. But that being said, I feel like for C9, do you want Thanatos, who is such a standout player, back-to-back
APA Syndra?
in the top lane?
Yeah, low-key, I like it, but I don't think APA will play. Oh, and he's up.
I know, but I'm not qualified at all. Like, I've never been a
Fogel.
player or a coach, but I wouldn't want that. I want my standout player standing out.
I also think Thanatos himself is probably like, all right.
Should go on here.
Tank time.
Yeah.
Time for me to get some kills.
Yo, Englishman, what's your Nando's order? I don't go to Nando's because it's mid, but anytime I'm forced to go to Nando's because the party goes to Nando's, I normally just get like chicken butterfly, medium or hot, just depends on how I'm feeling.
The big thing I'm noticing here on C9, there's really no
peri peri chips, 2x, and just share some of them.
Black Cleaver. There's no true tank here, so if anybody gets caught out by the Bard, followed up by an Equalizer, you're in trouble.
But look at the other side. Where's the tank on that team? There's no tank.
They still have one left
Ooh.
to pick.
Yeah,
they still have one left to pick.
Tank Kha'Zix, I got you, bro. It's the Conqueror Black Cleaver.
Neferi, okay.
To be found. So
all right.
It's explosive.
Ads running. See you on the back end of them.
Composition here, you have to be really careful. You talk about the Bard. Yeah.
The fuck are these drafts? Medic, mate, it's really weird. I can't lie.
From Lion, that's very scary. But also, Flash
it's really, really weird.
Plus Between Worlds, all of
no Warwick, sincere lack of dogs. Your dog build now that there's been an Essus.
I do love the Neferi though.
Your dog build now that there's been an Essus. Respect.
That call of the pack to be able to go immune and dodge away from some of these abilities.
Especially because it's Inspired versus Blabber. And
an Englishman says Nando is mid? Yes, because Nando's is mid. Bro, I can't lie. The only people that like...
go for some invade pressure.
The only people that really enjoy Nando's, and I mean really enjoy like the food from Nando's, are the people that just... There's an archetype of people, I don't want to say it, but let's just say their food is not seasoned well, frequently.
Nice and nutritious.
Plus, if he only has 4 shots,
that's the issue that they run into.
To go untargetable, and you can
I agree though, Nando's is a very good social...
That's going to be a pretty...
It's a very good social restaurant. If you're in a party,
the easiest way to survive the damage is not get hit by the damage.
Get hit by anything.
if you're in a party, it's good.
That's the LCK solution. Simply be better than your opponent, and you will win.
Why is Owl Dominate here?
This one should be a banger.
Because he gave up co-streaming to coach this team who are trying to raise his blood pressure and lower his life expectancy.
Also puts more emphasis on the level 1. Yep. You see right there on the big screen in the arena, C9 did run straight down mid. They got the first kill on a ward.
Exactly. And it was a good ward, though.
All right, let's go.
Because APA was looking to be able to try to find someone with that Q stun, right?
Fury is dark and psyop, making you think they're dogs. Holy.
And, they were just running straight in to see if they could find someone in a dangerous spot.
And Cloud9 have done this several times. So, you know, good level 1 scouting where they either do it towards bot side or towards the mid lane. When they run Annie, APA runs with the bottom lane, you know, into one of those lanes and tries to get an early chunk on somebody.
Yeah, no, genuinely, like, Dom was too big of a grinder.
was scouted out, and we have opposite.
I mean, we always used to say it to him on Power Spike last year.
Putting pressure on that.
I feel like I said it to him in Dallas as well. I was like, mate, like the schedule is mental.
Is very abusive, especially if Thanatos is the Aurora.
Because I think by the time we're in Dallas, I think he'd already.
And now here in week 3,
I think he'd already landed on co-streaming. Sorry, on coaching. And I just felt happier for him because like you could tell that he wanted to do it, and then also like, bro, the schedule was just a nightmare.
Between these top 4 teams, anyone could have won. Obviously,
3 a.m. or whatever like nonsense time it is for LPL.
And as we get into the laning phase, we've got Emily standing by for an interview with Coach Anero.
Thank you.
Just
I'm
horrible.
Here with Anero, kind of watching a little bit of the early laning phase. Talk to me about what you said to the team after kind of a disappointing Game 1 loss.
We honestly just talked draft next game. We usually don't focus too much on the game prior because a lot of it's very champion specific, and those champs obviously aren't going to be in anymore. So we just went straight to the next game and focused on that. We had a pretty like unfortunate start to the game too, to be honest. And we kept the game like pretty active and pretty, you know, contested. Like it was a solid game still overall. I'm sure it was fun to watch. So just focus on next.
It was very fun to watch.
Yeah, bro.
Talk to me a little bit about this draft. We can see they've.
I don't know. It's just so much League to watch.
In this
like as a co-streamer, it's why like I have so much respect for like Cage Rule, Yamato.
Yeah, so we have a lot of early pressure with, I mean, just any karma.
Limera also.
Early, you can try to get a small advantage off of it.
Like watching all of those games live is a fucking grind. Like there's a reason why I don't do it personally. I don't think it's healthy. Like I really don't think it's healthy. I'll happily sit down and VOD review games on stream.
After that, it's really just you're playing the game.
But like oh god, I could never do. I could never do as much as these guys do.
All right, well, all the best. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll toss it back to the cast.
Yeah, speaking of bot lane and jungle.
That said, if I pressed the add button and I got paid, like,
clear on the bottom side. He gets
you know, let me not pocket watch, but
you know, enemy support
you know,
in his face, has his smite, and just goes into a second clear. But
money is a nice motivator for a lot of people.
Jungle clears, you know that the repeat clears are also going to be pointed in those opposite directions.
You didn't mention FlyQuest co-streamers. A YouTube video is coming your way. Oh yeah, it's cooked for me, and so it's cooked for APA as well.
Yeah, APA
got a flash.
Is
he just dead actually?
Already used by Inspired.
I think Inspired had to jump on him first. That's right. Run a VOD watching channel for LPLSK since time zone. Work for LPLSK since time zone is harsh barrier.
Not have a great buy. It was just the tier. That's it.
Maybe. But I would like. I don't know. I think people are more likely to just go watch highlights at that point. Anyway, like themselves, they'll go out their way to watch highlights. Right? Like I'm gonna watch a VOD. Oh, Douglas gonna lose his flash here at least.
Top side slowed down by the weirding. Blabber makes his entry. Goes for the EQ combo, but a nice.
And then yeah, just crack on with getting what I need from those VODs.
You know, out of their second clears.
People don't like watching VOD review content. IMO.
Inspired was a bit more efficient with his though, because
not en masse.
Between the respawn timer of first clear and second clear. Now, since he saw Blabber use the time after Krugs to go for the top gank, Inspired is on that invade path again. He's wrapping around bottom lane.
And here comes Isles and Inspired together.
Yo, did Sven even...
is the target, tries to flash away, escapes for now. First Darkened Dagger hits him. Inspired goes forward, and he finds the first blood. Did I call it, or did I call it? The Jhin is dog food 5 minutes in.
One that used to stream VOD reviewing, curated. And it's Monty, that didn't have much viewership if I recall correctly. Yeah, I used to tap into some of those streams.
Inefficient until you get any information from your opponent. And he's like, well, Blabber just did his Krugs because you can count his CS.
And I feel like the viewership was not great.
Top lane gank. Fine, you burned Doko's flash. I'm going to kill your bottom lane. He wraps around, and it's a really good
so yeah, I don't know. I'll watch the games live that I have like the rights to. Like obviously anyone can co-stream LPL.
On the Jhin, and it's first blood into Nefiri. That is dangerous.
Yeah, it really is. Such a good play there for LYON, and it's one of the strengths that Bard.
Yeah, anyone can co-stream LPL.
They're pushing up. They have this winning 2v2. The magical journey gets them right in behind.
LCS has obviously been really, really enjoyable to have co-stream rights for. I'm really happy I got them, man. Again, shout out C9. I don't really like verbally shout out C9 enough for helping me.
So committing those and still dying.
Get the co-stream rights.
Because Before that comes back
If you get LEC, it'll be really fun. But
I
don't know.
Yeah, like,
It's very hard to acquire them.
Kill you, but Neferi's got so much mobility. She doesn't.
Who am I cheering for today? C9, bro.
As much. But Blabber's back up topside. The Jarvan coming from behind your own
Oh
tower.
my god.
Yep, and he's already made his entry here, blocking off any escape
Spread
for
up.
Dokla, who now just drops
Oh.
the equalizer to try to clear out the wave. And yeah, he's got nowhere to run except underneath the enemy turret. So the equalizer, not even.
My man says shout at C9 and immediately starts choking. Foreshadowing much.
Yeah, he dropped the equalizer too early. I think he thought he was
Yup.
going to die faster, so he kind of panic dropped it. But
Son.
it didn't actually connect on a lot of the wave. You can see the wave is still mostly gone. So
LEC hates all elephant adjacent content creators. No, I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah, one of the harpoons also.
Well, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the politics. Shit, I'm just out here. Like, I'm just on power spec, bro.
Every little minion does count, too. Those things really add up, especially when you're playing into Thanatos, counter pick Aurora top. Again, Aurora top is one of Thanatos. You know, he jumped on this matchup really early on.
Yep. Medic and I
when
do
people
constantly
were
get in
still
fights.
discovering how good it could be for the Aurora side.
Oh my god, Medic!
And it's very bursty, you know, with the
Hold on.
electrocute and the Sork shoes rush from
On a scale of 1 to 10, how burnt out do you feel?
Alternator, so it's this big burst damage right now from that Aurora.
And the opportunity that he has in this game.
I need an honest assessment. Honest self-reflection assessment right now.
But you have Varus and a Victor to go for. They're a really good target.
You know, I know I'm not asking you to co-stream. I know you can't co-stream. It's a really goofy rule in your contract, TBH, but whatever.
And Thanatos has been,
At least I think I'm pretty sure that's what it fucking is, right? Yeah, no, it's not that. No, just 1 to 10.
I thought he was by far and away the =1 top laner.
I can do it with permission.
He's great on tanks.
Technically now.
He
Oh.
team fights well. This guy
Well, who do you need permission from?
So getting him
Like an 8 to 9? Oh, Shibal. Do you think you'll be like goofy question, I guess. Do you think you're not gonna skip worlds, yeah? We're gonna finally see each other again, like, cause it's been a fucking minute. I actually think the last time I saw you was your wedding. It was the best day of your life. Dude, it's actually been a whole year. Fuck.
Chains of Corruption.
Did he even have any spells?
He has no spells. He used his spells first and then Chains of Corruption, so he didn't actually have any spell to use after. So
yeah, no, because I'm gonna be in Texas. Bro, Maddie lives 20 minutes down the road from where the venue is.
So have the Grubs been buffed enough that
I don't know if I don't get. If I'm going every day, I don't care. I will be there.
Exchanges continue on the bomb side. The way that they buff
I will be there.
don't really make them more enticing for me personally as the jungler, because you don't get more individual rewards.
I hope to be there too. You will be there.
You're like, that just helped my teammates. That is the most jungler answer.
Was that?
That's a jungler answer.
All it does is help my stupid team. I wish they gave more money.
Exactly, because the way that they nerfed them is, well, they took the golden experience out of them, which hurts me. But then they bumped up the actual tower kill.
And
Give it back. I want that gold.
The heck?
Yeah, well, we know our.
You never know. Maybe I don't get invited.
C9,
If you don't get invited, we're starting we're legit starting mutiny. By the way, maybe I get visa rejected.
Scan the code, get the tickets.
We'll see
If the World Cup is anything to go by.
Over in Arizona, as Blabber is looking to get things spiced up here in the enemy jungle, invading over the wall through the Dragon Pit as Vulcan is forced to flash away. Saint looking to stop the exit here of C9 as Blabber tries to enter right back into the fight, goes for the Cataclysm. Saints locked up, but Blabber's shot down. Tempered Fate comes in right after the fact too. Remember, Vulcan has already used his
Guys, it's a 3-0.
slowed down by the hail of arrows, but now Lion's got to be careful.
Oh, Jinja.
The dog is hungry. Chains of Corruption fly out, but no target found. Lion comes out on top in the fight.
Just better use of cooldowns there from Lion.
No, dude, I'm so excited.
As they see Blabber,
I am so excited.
on the Bard, they know, okay.
Also, I want to come to Berlin
Chance for us to get damage on him.
for like a
LEC
LEC weekend, or like a couple of days before, after maybe.
Go back in after having just burned his flash to escape, and so on the re-engage.
But that's in summer. I'm not sure when. Sure, come next week.
Lion get the kill, and you look at the decision making from Inspired. He doesn't hesitate at all. He's like, wow, you just use your combo.
Don't even tempt me with a good time. Loki, I could.
Perfect chunk there.
I just had to think about it. I'm not fucking doing anything next week.
And then yes, you can wait.
Yep, back in live. Thanatos already committed the ulti.
I'm in Utrecht. That doesn't sound like you're all gonna be here. And alright, whatever, bro.
LYON bringing in back up now. Thanatos slowed, but he is not caught up here in the binding. Thanatos escapes, goes between worlds. Berserker wants to get that shot, doesn't hit the piercing arrow. As APA is stunned to the wall, he tried to use his teleport.
Don't let your mother on the desk. Yeah, well, the finals were today, and even if I was in Berlin, I don't think I'm getting hired for the LEC, bro. I've got some news for you, bro. I don't think I'm gonna be on the LEC.
Saint comes over. Well, Victor hobbles over with his cane and finishes the job, and that's even worse for them to get more money into the.
I think my time has passed.
Yeah, that is. He goes for it.
I think I had my chance, and I am no longer on the LEC. I think that's how. I just think that's how that works.
Dokla bought so much time here. The wave had already been cleared out, and Dokla realizes this is coming. And look at the flash. Flashes away. APA looked like he tried to do W flash. Wasn't able to actually connect with it. So Dokla hits him with the electric harpoons, buys time. Varus TP's top. Not only at the end of the day do they get the 2 kills, they get the flash, or rather, excuse me, the TP off of APA. Then they deny a wave, and they get a plate, and they get the extra kill.
3-0, good night, boys.
Amazing here for LYON.
Yeah, I mean, APA tried to go for the teleport because he saw Isles do the flash there to try and connect his Q, and Isles wasn't able to connect his Q onto Thanatos, but the cooldown came up in time.
Nice, Dokla.
Worth? I'd say it was worth.
Yeah, I mean, Dokla was making a lot of time. And,
oh, hold on. Right back to live, right back to a fight. Isles goes ahead, launches the Tempered Fate, but he's the first one to die.
No, the shield. Not enough damage.
As Vulcan also chunked low, but he's not in any mortal danger.
Okay, we're chilling.
That Saint can't follow any further,
don't worry, you have plenty of time to work on your craft, and who knows, maybe you'll be good enough for them to fly out one day a week.
Yeah, I don't think they realized that Blabber was that close. They tried to pick off APA, knowing he had no flash from the topside play, which would have been a good angle, but Blabber comes in, ruins their fun, and APA able
I was really surprised at I will say this, like, from a craft perspective, I was super surprised at how not rusty I was when I did EWC qualifiers a couple of weeks ago.
See how well they can utilize it as he roams up to the top.
Like, I thought I casted really well.
With the dragons evened up,
you
know, during our little...
Not ideal.
Nope, we don't even have time, Kobe. They are not letting you finish your
okay,
points
chill.
today. As once more, it's LYON trying to find a move here, but Thanatos gets himself away for now. Inspired tries to jump.
You're always pretty good at your job, fam.
But Thanatos has made enough space.
I think I was good at casting. I think I sucked at the desk.
He's the only lead. Like, look at this there, and
but that's not really my fault.
These are all LYON leads down on that rest of the map. So C9
I've spoken about that quite a bit.
Thanatos, and LYON wants to knock this guy down. He does have his rocket belt here, and is going to.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I feel like by the time I felt like I could have, I got like 2 weekends, and one of the weekends was not a good weekend. And it was like 4 people were there, and one of them was Perk, so I kind of just didn't do much that day, or that whole weekend, TBH. I think I was in the naughty corner that weekend.
Is looming, and Isles has been hovering around him, making sure this Victor income can stay steady for LYON, continue scaling up for these team fights, because the range advantage over the Annie is so nice. You can continually
no, thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Walla.
Lasers on APA. If they're left unattended, or especially if the
but yeah, no, like, I think my biggest issue on the desk is I'm not really a good creative contributor in terms of, like, the way the workflow works in the LEC. I'm not good for it.
Wants to overextend into anything crazy here. Vulcan will be pushed back here by another destruction ray, and that makes it easy for LYON to clear out the vision in the tri-brush, as Inspired has already started up the Rift Herald.
So that was always a big weakness of mine.
This objective is going all LYON's way, and it doesn't look like C9 can do anything about it.
Just do what I do, show up and riff, easy win. Bro, no, riffing is hard. I'm legit, like, I can't do it. I like, genuinely, I can't do it.
It's not even usually 4 towers. He's gonna do it at some objective.
I actually can't do it, bro. I straight up just suck.
Looking forward to the next one.
And with that big gold lead, he already has 2 items done. Cyclo Sword and Shojin already complete here.
Oh my god, yeah, Inspired is a monster.
So he is super fed, and he has
for like
Battle Herald.
the frame of, you know what? I was bad at it then. I'm good at it now. Because I've done the podcast for so long, because I've done Pass for so long, I'm good at it now. Like, I'm actually legitimately fine at it now. But I think I just walked into a very, very... I walked into a very, very difficult, like, position, I think, as a new caster. Or a new, like, analyst in the LEC. Where it's like, we just lost Medic, we just lost K-Draw, and we just lost Ender.
Yep, he's going to drop the equalizer early, clear out the wave, flashes away from the combo from
right.
done there from Dokla to clear out the wave and
Poll for the chat with the Medic can make a better color caster than Shimada. Bro, Medic could color caster. Like, genuinely no qualms.
And LYON are up 2,500 gold.
Yeah, Sven has a lot of move speed, goes and the Swifties to be able to avoid
Bro, Medic is legit one of the few play-by-plays that could unironically color as well as actual colors, by the way.
Blabber has not really been able to get back.
There's really not too many, like, I'm
hunting for all time in best of 5s. You know, this is not just
yeah, like, obviously you could chuck like a lot of play-by-plays into color just for like maybe it's like one-off game, someone sick, whatever.
But Inspired always seems to come with those big moments, and you look back.
But like Medic can do like real analysis if you really, you know, gun to his head. Gun to Medic's head, he can do it.
The king of team fights when it comes to junglers.
He is so
all right, third Drake. LYON 2.5k gold up. Inspired has 2 items.
Those Drakes in times where it looked like he shouldn't be able to steal them away.
I prefer holding the gun. Yeah, I know, because I had that barrel to my head most of the weekends I was there. I think most of the weekends I got to cast, I had that motherfucker to my head. Well, okay. Inspired Loki. Is he dead? Okay. Not a horrible fight. Smite secure. St. Mikhail's. Thanatos is dead. Oh, Blabber and Thanatos kind of trolled the fight.
As the Hex Tech Ray finds them, and Berserker is the one to
Medic can actually cast, you just talk. Nah.
Winning 2 for
I'm a good commentator.
And Cloud9 might have been able to kill Inspired this time around with some focus on him very clearly. Everyone, you know,
I have a lot of confidence in my craft. Now that I'm older and more mature. Smiley face. Yeah, I don't know why they tried to overforce a LYON. Felt very odd. Don't like.
Goes back in for the re-engage. Look at his health. He's just dead instantly. Can't really do anything.
Sorry, LYON C9. I don't know why they did it like this.
Incredibly well. And I was kind of
confused
how that Tibbers missed onto Inspired because he had Call of the Pack for after he got hit by the ultimate from Blabber. So I guess it was just a straight up whiff, or maybe he like W Tibbers at the same time and accidentally used the stun on the W. I didn't quite catch that because when the replay started, it was after that sequence had begun. If they had just been able to kill him off instantly, that could have been pretty different.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit short there. Not quite in.
But you guys can see
C9 have only lost one single series.
They've won a lot of series.
And it was to LYON.
The one loss that was
it's so funny.
Chart, that one was the one that really mattered.
So here's this play I was talking about. Yeah,
have a good night, Medic.
Barely short
have a good night.
Does go in for it. Had they been able to land that
and enjoy your
down without having to use Cataclysm and some of these other tools that maybe the rest of the team fight.
Enjoy your Rift Bound next week.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, you killed them, but
what do you think of Kia cars? I think they're pretty sweet.
Maybe if C9 played a little slower after they,
you know what? Like completely, totally not sponsored. My missus, she went up to Seattle and she got a rental car, and the rental car was a Kia, and she said it was the best car she's ever driven in.
Everybody in this game has damage.
There aren't tanks, like it was the smoothest riding car ever. And I'm not even gonna lie, I got in an Uber the other day, and the Uber driver was driving a Kia. And that shit was smooth. Like it was nice.
But Dokla has been playing so well, and I think the biggest part of that is how he plays the map.
Nah, genuinely, like
has the stronger laning phase, but Dokla just makes the right plays.
It was good.
The funniest take that I heard about it is they signed Castle specifically because Dokla
wait.
Best under pressure. So if Dokla knows
into the actual Kia sponsor thing on screen.
Dokla's going to turn into maximum power.
I didn't even clock because I was reading chat. That's so funny.
you know, 1v1
Well,
for some of these lanes
shout out Kia.
that you're talking about. If you can get practice.
Degon asks, would you get your dad a Kia car? If my dad wanted a car, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be the son that gets him a car. I'll say that.
Put your fingers together, do the fusion thing. Sometimes it's kind of hard though, because other guys like kind of looking for.
I don't want to speak too much, but my dad has been offered some very outrageous cars by my elder brother,
So what you want to do here?
and he always says no, and I don't know why.
Only if you can't flash into the turret, though. The turret's the best place to play.
He just refuses. He just wants to live a very humble life. So let my old man do what he wants to do.
However, LYON still leading 2-1 in the grubs. LYON also securing that Herald for themselves, and that Herald usage mid was followed up shortly thereafter by.
She's never been in a Lambo, I'm guessing. I don't know.
In the side lane, so
Who
LYON,
knows?
this 4,000 gold lead that they have, a big chunk of it is having a couple extra turrets compared to C9.
But it's so concentrated, which is really, really powerful because, as we always talk about, item completions are way more powerful than item components. And you look at Saint, you look at Inspired, they're both already on 2 items. They're both already working towards their third and have an expensive component working in that way. So Inspired and Saint are going to be so problematic that... You know,
Oh, C9 need a really big APA flank fight.
If you try to go for Inspired, well, we saw what can happen in the team.
Yo, DJ, thank you for the company, mate. Have a good night.
Also matters a bit too with you have the break.
This has to be a huge APA.
But here we go for the setup, Flowers. 30 seconds ahead of the Dragon.
Tibbers drop.
Cloud9.
Yeah, how does that ward not get spotted? Okay.
Area to start the fight off.
Exactly. C9 controlled the river last time around, and it got them the Drake. Let's see if LYON can make their approach this time around. Isles with a magical journey through the wall to evade the deadly flourish. Make sure he doesn't get poked down at the start of the fight. Thanatos pushing top side, but he does have the TP to join up with everybody else.
Man, AP is just on permavision.
No
No one else can catch up to this. Okay, good Mikhails, because that stun would have meant Chain's Corruption connects. Okay, there's TP from Thanos. It's on top of
Thanatos has the teleport shield. Now regroup with the rest of the team.
Is this positioning fine? I think APA needs to wrap all the way down to the bottom, but Isles is kind of marking it, so it's a bit hard. I think maybe they just have to go full frontal. Maybe Thanos can hug the tri-wall? No, he wants to just come through the... I think he should have hugged the tri-wall. Oh my god, the Drake. Okay, we got it. Big, back out. APA, just die. It's all good, bro. Don't know what APA was looking for. Everyone out. Everyone out. Everyone out. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Okay, Thanos is dead. I feel like we could have got 4 people out there, but you know what? Alright.
LYON once again takes the fight despite a C9 Drake. And this time around, this story's a little different than last game where Blabber
Yeah, the Drake just ends up starting its reset.
So it does get them to
That drag just barely out of the patience circle.
And so they are able to burst it. Look at this as the patience was just wrapping down too. And as they do it, APA flashed in. You can see him here inside the pit, so he's committed. They know
yeah, the equalizer is just too OP.
And the rest of Cloud9 trying to escape. The important part is
how's Fly yesterday? Honestly, I feel like Fly should have taken TL to 5 games. I feel like Fly will walk away from that series feeling, I don't want to say hard done by, but like they're going to walk away from that series knowing they could have gone further. If not beating TL at least by 1 more game.
Is a lot of gold though. That's bigger than the difference in game number 1.
Yeah, and that is the really tough part is, you know, if you get the soul, it kind of just evens up the game. It doesn't really slam it home anymore for C9, and the question is, can you even get there as a APA way down in levels?
Yeah, Dokla drops the equalizer right on top of him, cooking him with the overheated flame spitter.
He's dead.
A little bit more damage, barely even needed as the DOT gets it done. The Leandries guarantees the death as the tempered fate lands on Sven. No chance to mop one up with a curtain call, and that's Big Dokes living up to his name.
I think TL were better though, at least yesterday.
Just runs APA down. APA even used his
yeah, but I wasn't impressed with their drafts.
Attack from Blabber. You can see the Aurora is coming, but fairly far away.
Yeah, Saint now has a teleport coming in to try to rescue him. He's already dropped the Arcane Storm, and yet again, it's Dokla. The cavalry arrives. Thanatos comes in to guarantee it's an even trade. He tries to bounce around back and forth, but the only place he's going is the fountain. Inspired's ready. Here for the Hound's pursuit.
And yet again, the dog is eating good. It's LYON running away with game 2.
Blabber nearly had a solo kill there on the enemy mid laner, but Dokla TP's in, gets another kill, hits him with the banter, and takes the Baron, and it feels like LYON starting to run away with it.
What a series so far from Dokla. Game number 1, Azael, I know you were praising his Renekton positioning so well at the end of that game, having so much of an impact on a champion that normally falls off, and now here in game number 2, making huge plays both as an individual and as a teammate to set his squad up for the Baron.
Absolutely, he's been incredible, gets counterpicked by Thanatos, gets attacked by Blabber, and is still having a ton of effect, and they've delayed that Baron take, as Kobe was highlighting, for Saint to grab it. Here is that initial play. It looks like it's going to be a good one from Blabber, but it just takes so long to get him that when you look at the map, a teleport's coming in, Berserker's moving up, you can see Inspired running over there. It just takes too long.
And Dokla is able to continue the roasting, both in chat and in game, in both side lanes. He's able to chase down the extra one. Inspired, I mean, this Neferi has too much damage flowers now.
Yeah. You can always tell when the dog is unleashed because you just press Call of the Pack to get more damage and more puppies before you ult versus needing to dodge anything.
And he's got his GA for a while now. He's now working towards that 4th item. He's nearly 3,000 gold.
I'm actually just silenced, guys.
Saint is 3,000 gold ahead of APA and 3
It's just
here.
Okay, Blabber and APA trying to make a move in the
It's so good.
But no, Inspired just auto-attacks it.
Oh.
APA got knocked on the wrong side of the blast cone. Inspired should be knocked into Guardian Angel at least here. APA barely hanging on to life as Inspired will resurrect through the Guardian Angel. APA going for the teleport to escape. Just says, all right, Blabber, good luck, dude. I'll see you back home. I hope you get home safe. He's not getting home safe, I'm afraid. He's in some serious trouble right now as Inspired is coming back to finish what C9 started. Inspired took the blue, and now he'll take Blabber's life. A killing spree, 6-1 and 2 on the Neferi.
And that type of play, you got to feel like the game is kind of over now, where APA and Blabber.
It's time for the mid-year Kryra buyout.
Let's get a blue. Deal away blue, and then Inspired literally 2v1s on.
It's time for the mid-year Kryra buyout, and we just mold him into the player we need to be for next year.
And all the way down the blue. And he knew, hey, I've got a GA and I'm willing to use it, so I will.
What's the point in buying it if you don't?
Exactly. I'll chase you down. They get another kill. And
forgot to mention the 3rd camp he got, Blabber.
Ah, true.
The Jarvan camp. Yeah. You just see this big guy with a spear standing in the jungle. Got to get rid of him.
The APA camp teleported
Or just take the Navi approach, low-key.
We'll get that one later.
That's one of the new objectives they added in 2026, the teleporting jungle camp. Man, C9 is in such a rough way now.
And it's so scary when you're thinking about, all right, Thanatos is really the only hope for C9, and Inspired is the same level.
Yeah, now Vulcan, nice Mikhail's timing there, guaranteeing that he gets himself out of the Cosmic Binding into the wall. He did sidestep the Tempered Fate as APA finds the Tibbers here on to 2. This could be a good pick. Isle tries to flash away, but no, Blabber has the dunk. Now Dokla flashes out of the edge of the curtain call, keeping himself alive for now. Berserker firing back.
Oh my god, this man is...
Oh. Still alive. Blabber has overextended. And LYON is ready to punish you with a Hound Pursuit reset. Thanatos wants to escape.
Is he gonna just burn to death?
Oh. Burns down to the Darkened Dagger bleed as APA escapes over the wall. He will not be caught in the gravity field. Eviscerate from Inspired to chase through the terrain as LYON may just end game number 2 right here. It's only APA and Sven to stop them.
I mean, it's just been all about Inspired and Saint in this one.
What's the strat for game 3? Just pick me something and lose in peace, bro.
And LYON on the precipice of putting us on match point.
LYON having a hell of a showing here in game number 2. You're talking
no, they're not even ending.
Being so far ahead for so
they're taking the piss, bro.
And Dokla also just coming up in those clutch moments. This team is ready to make their way to that finals matchup next week.
And I think it is an important discussion point because Dokla, he got enough votes to qualify for basically like the 4th all-team pro if there was a 4th team.
First team all snubbed.
Yeah, exactly. But he was not actually on one of the all-pro teams, but even with the split roster for LYON, you know, everyone recognizing what he brings to the team, and a lot of it, you know, during the regular season, his Anivia picks, how his team fighting with it really on display. And when you have this LYON roster that has so many stars, when the player that was not expected to be one of the biggest stars on the team is also doing their drops so effectively as he has been on the side lanes and in the team fights, then it just looks really, really good all coming together here for LYON. And unfortunately for Cloud9, they're the ones on the receiving end again.
And the pressure is going to start really mounting for C9 here. Of course, they are in that.
I feel like a wrap. I'm heading to bed. It's almost 6 a.m. Yo, have a good night, man.
This series, but APA in trouble now.
I'll try to have a good.
Big Dokes. APA drops the Timbers as Dokla expects it and just turns and walks away.
Yeah, this time around he knows Annie has flash and he can't chase too long, and so he kind of mogs on him right there, turns around, jukes you bear again. It's like, geez. Dokla, he's getting a lot out of the enemy team without over investing here. Even though his stats, his gold lead isn't up there with Inspired and Saints, the plays have definitely been good too.
Yeah, I mean, he has been fantastic. You know, did tank the counter pick from Thanatos, did tank some of those ganks, and has been very, very effective. And LYON just slowly grinding this one out. 11,000 gold lead here, C9. Even if they get the soul, that's not going to even the game up. It would maybe give them some small glimmer of hope, but I don't think LYON's going to give you a 50-50.
Well, Blabber decides to full send it after Saint, who flashes out of the Cataclysm. C9 was ready to try to follow that, but the Summoner spell is more than enough to get LYON's mid laner out of danger. And now as soon as Thanatos arrives, man, blink and you'll miss it. That Aurora is already out of the picture as C9 now has to retreat. They're stuck in a 4v5. It's LYON owning the map, and the Baron spawns in 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a LYON Baron. Wouldn't be surprised if it spawned with the LYON logo on its face.
At least on the flag behind it. You can put it beside the Red Bull logo.
It's actually just a horror.
Exactly. So LYON here, they're wrapping it up, and we have had listen-ins on their comms previously where they just start talking about the draft for the next game, and plays and stuff, you know, already reviewing it. This is that type of stage. I will, again, just because we have to, put out the possible Dragon Soul. What if there's a miracle steal for Blabber or something like that?
Then they're still like 6,000 gold behind.
Yeah, you're still in the hole, a lot of gold.
But it's a smaller hole. You can see some light at the top of the hole, you know?
So definitely, definitely still that for Cloud9.
Hey, if you're in a really deep hole, you're happy about getting closer to the sun.
Brother, this is a mine shaft. I don't see a way that you get out of this position.
Canary is dead.
Yeah, there's nothing coming through the end of that tunnel except maybe a train. Like, I don't know how C9 gets out of this position, because LYON have total control over the rift. They have themselves the Baron for the next 2 minutes and change. Sure, the Dragon's going to spawn, but it's not like C9 can get anywhere close to it, and LYON is just going to go ahead and get these waves shoved up.
Miracle wouldn't be a miracle if you expected it to happen, though.
True.
You guys are, whatever grade of hopium this is, I'm pretty sure it's illegal in California. This is way too strong a stuff.
Where's Annie?
Dokla using his sweeper here, trying to maintain control. APA is behind enemy lines. Metal Gear Annie, I don't think this is going to be a great sneaking mission, but we'll see.
Yeah, and it's at times like this, Flowers, when you are truly desperate that you gotta just send on some vision plays, you know, hope that you can catch somebody out. And unfortunately for him, he's also by himself.
Yeah.
So
oh my
like
god, no.
From your base as well.
2 levels down on the
He just got seen. Yep, the dog sniffed him out.
Alert!
Oh, and he thinks he's getting away right into an electro harpoon. No, that's... He tried. That's not all you can do from here.
It is.
That's the train. Choo-choo.
It also is unfortunate for Cloud9 that they have beat LYON in the regular season. They did it in lock-in, and they also did it at the beginning of spring. Yep. But again, in the playoffs, last time in lock-in finals, and now here.
No, game 1 wasn't this one-sided. Oh shit, sorry, I just realized I don't have the YouTube chat up. Apologies, guys.
Now going to be the hope for Cloud9 as LYON close in on game number 2.
Yup, LYON already have that mid lane inhibitor down.
Not that I've been saying much for the last 5 minutes.
As the top lane tier 3 turret falls and Berserker is about to make this
but it just looks like a 3-0
game. Curtain call opens up from Sven, but you're shooting full HP targets. The 4th shot only managing to take Isle down to about half health. As C9 continues scrambling, now Blabber once again tries to engage with the Cataclysm, but the flashes from LYON are always ready. Inspired pressuring the rest of the C9 squad back.
Okay, APA is on the flank, guys. APA is on the flank. APA is on the flank. APA is on the flank. APA is on the flank.
Forced into the Guardian Angel
never mind.
And it's LYON making their way to match.
All right. Well.
Game 1 was a battle. Game 2 was a...
Well. Run the ads. I'll see you on the back end of them. Reverse sweep incoming? Hell nah, bro. Hell no. Bro, if you ask me what's like more chance, Jesus resurrect from the dead and I see him in his underwear, or C9 reverse sweep, it's not reverse sweep from C9. It's not. Jamada, I've been thinking about it, right? Go on, John, hit me. What have you been thinking about? Bro, today is such a horrible day. DK got reverse swept by KT. I have ads. Can somebody gift Super Solus? Can somebody gift Super Solus? That's my head mod. Somebody, that's my go. Like, he was our original editor on a lot of our like OG content. Someone nice him with the subscription. How do I gift him a sub without giving you money? I don't know, man. Hard. I'm homeless. Sorry, that's okay. Yo, Acrylic, thanks so much for gifting Super Solus. Alright, John. We're all here. You getting me with the Hopium might be worse than the time you forgot my birthday. That's all. Wow. Let's see if the DJ gives us something good. I've got a feeling randomly it's going to give us Brain Stew by Green Day. Let's see. Actually, I paused and played it so many times it might be something else. Oh. Well, fair enough. I don't like this song though because it goes on for too long. It should actually, like, if it was a shorter song, it would be good. I'm skipping it. I want a banger. No. Banger, but no. I feel like I'm culturally obligated to not skip Family Ties. Jumping that bitch, hitting that fire, jumping that whip, thumbing that bitch. But doing circles, it's a bird. Take him to the party, he's a nerd. Pop out. What's the word? Put it on my mama, nigga, 8 in the process. Yeah, this isn't the hardest song of all time, I think. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Keem just seems like a fucking goofball, bro. In the best way possible. Actually, do you know what has a hard song? Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Let's see. The in Paris, in France. I told you I need the advance. Look through my lens. Not fan. Me as a fan. Chance and then I dipped out and did it again and did it again. When am I coming to the States? October. I had all humans telling me Iceman was better than, because just don't listen to anyone that listens to Drake, bro. I can't find the song. I don't even. Oh, I got it. Listen, I'm not gonna skip Family Ties, but listen to the beat switch in this song that's gonna come on after. The humans in question, Nickich on 10 accounts. Nah, but C9 Yukino next year, bro. At the rate we're going, bro, I'm not putting anything out of the question. Play some Dax. Shut up, man. Right, beat switching this song is hard. Just listen to it. We're gonna draw on quarter. Whoever said play next. No, I haven't listened to the new Vince Say What album. Which baby song is this? Pop Out. Just listen to the beat switch. The beat switch is so hard in this song. Listen to the beat switch, please. And I'll start talking about draft after. Just hold. Bro, how the fuck did we get here? Aye, how the fuck did we get here? Unruly. Oh, they're hovering ASOL. Do you know how fucking crazy that is? Yeah, this little baby. Oh my god.
And Seraphine are banned out by LYON. C9 going to remove the Caitlyn, the Lulu, and the Nico. But that means this 100% presence.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The beat switch in that song is unruly hard. That's Pop Out by Little Baby and Nardo Wick for those who would like to listen to it on their own time.
5 bans have been spent on the bottom.
But there's not
lane.
much left in that song.
Bottom lane war zone there. So, you know, we very well could have the APA bringing back the Cassiopeia into the Orianna matchup.
That's why they left it up, but I think they're more likely to. Oh, okay, they actually go towards it.
If all the focus on bans are in the
all right, well, low key.
That is
pick Nasus out park. Yo! Oh no, that's his sister. It's okay. I was about to tweak out on that young man. I was about to tweak out on that young man. I'm pretty sure that's his sister.
I'll give him my microphone.
Yeah, there you go. Just pass him the headset.
He's been a good boy too. He listened to his doctor.
Okay, Ezreal.
You can't just be throwing that out like that, brother.
All right.
Well, Cassio is, of course, going to be locked in. Ezreal's going to come out this time around. I just want to say for Cassio, that's not something that people associate as much with APA now, but when he first came in, that was one of the champions people always talked about for him, and it is still his 3rd most played all time behind the Ziggs and Talia, and he has a 69% win rate, so it's his highest win rate of all of the champions within, you know, his top 10 or so. He probably has some random champion with 100%, but, you know, very adept on the champion.
Okay, and we will see C9 lock in that Ezreal. I was talking to Kobe a little bit about
and LYON are drafting a BLG comp.
I was pretty surprised to see them go with the Jhin last game versus pairing the Ezreal with the Karma, which seems like a much more common pairing. But this time around, Sven will be piloting that more safe AD carry. Over on the other side, Berserker's going to go ahead and lock in a Misfortune here, nice and early.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the bans, right? There's Alistar ban, Seraphine ban, Lulu ban, Nico ban. 4 of the major supports are already gone. So we're looking at engaged supports, which, you know, is something that Vulcan is very, very good at. And with the Alistar banned out, the Rel rises.
I don't even fuck around with that hover lad.
Kind of denial picks for it.
And with Misfortune, you have to have setup champions that keep people in the bullet time. Without that, this champion just goes ha 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 and does no damage and dies.
Can you repeat that?
No, I'm not going to repeat that. However, you have Orianna and Rel who both lock people down.
Okay, I was about to say.
Might have been AFK and missed that.
Some of our fans have definitely clipped that, so you can send that to us.
We don't have to worry about that. What we have to worry
Guys,
about
I think it's a 3-0.
I'm worried about it.
No, Misfortune has a lot of setup. That's the important thing. That's what we're talking about.
So does the Shockwave. This is
I'm just keeping it real with you.
Right? You know, Flash, Magnet Storm,
I try and keep it real
with
my viewers as much as I can. Guys, it's looking raw.
I think everyone here wanted to see a few more games at the very least as well.
They need to pull out their old meme, the dark magic of congratulating LYON on their series victory.
Oh, Trundle that.
Cloud9 comes back from a 0-2, right?
GG, well played.
See if you can get the reverse sweep, one of the classic memes. But here we go. Okay.
Well, I guess they also need to ban Maokai.
Love it. The recon there for Vulcan.
Inspired Maokai would go kind of crazy here. I think Maokai angle is really big.
Gameplay, so we'll see if that is going to be effective. And then the ban of the Trundle
say Maokai angle.
All right, Thanatos. Thanatos
for
might
LYON
be back on tank duty. If you're banning
pretty
out
good.
the Trundle ahead of time, you want a front line. You don't want those stats to get stolen.
Yep.
And you're also thinking, hey, Xin Zhao is up, and Xin Zhao is going to be proud for jungle because Trundle's kind of annoying for him to deal with too.
Yeah, which does make me wonder, if LYON would be banning out the Xin, if they're going to say, no, I don't actually want you to have that. Because
it's just going to be Blabbervi.
So
God forbid.
Limited a bit.
If they ban Poppy and LYON don't ban
for a long time. When I
Vi,
think of Trundle, I also think of Mundo.
just because it'll be
Jungle
funny.
Can be quite strong.
They banned Olaf.
He's one of those champions that you do not want to be picking into that Trundle. Olaf ban is kind of interesting here too. I've been, ever since we saw Contracts have that monster game, I've been wondering who else is going to bring it out. And I had been kind of expecting that Blabber might do it, because Blabber, you remember back in the day,
It screams Blabber Sejuani, doesn't it?
Yep. It was one of those champs alongside the Maokai that you just immediately thought of when you thought of Blabber. But we will see Trundle and Olaf out there.
Doggy dog.
Okay, there is still multiple dogs left in the game.
It just screams. It just screams Blabber Sejuani, doesn't
One
it?
dog is already gone. We still could have dog versus dog, Nasus versus.
They want to give Dokla
Warwick.
Jace
Dog on dog
or a
action.
ranged champ.
Okay,
Bro, I'm not. You guys are getting. What do you mean,
Xin
you
Zhao.
guys?
All
That
right.
is not a plural. I did not say that. I just said there are 2 dogs left to pick. Okay, we've got Yorick.
It's the influence of Griffin.
we got Yorick banned away now, and the Xin Zhao is locked in by C9.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if there's a top laner that feels good to play here. If you're
and what
Thanatos,
is the response going to be from Mr. Inspired this time around?
there's the Jace.
Because Xin definitely, it's one of the jungle champs that doesn't have escapes, and so it can look to punish again.
Yeah, for Dokla, it's probably, it's either going to be the.
Yeah, I mean,
the
fuck it,
Jace
Inspired.
or
If I'm
the
Inspired, maybe
Jace
I think I'm going
are the three
Sedge.
that you really like to play Yorick into. So since they banned out the Yorick,
So serious.
I'm expecting it to be one of those 3 matchups that they are protecting for.
So serious.
It is
If I'm
going to be
Inspired, I'm
Jace
thinking about.
or Dokla, so getting a bit more
I'm
of a
thinking
late
about
play,
Sedge
but
or
of
I'm
course,
thinking
Dokla
about
is
Maokai.
one
Like I'm thinking about one of the
pick
like.
here this
I think
time around.
Maokai is
I wonder
really
if
OP
we
into
would
C9's
a
comp.
page out of Dokla's book last time we saw
Is
LYON,
Jace not just bad
he actually
here?
did play the
No.
Malphite into it. It's a matchup that I actually quite like. And there are some low mobility carries.
Are they?
Oh, this is so good.
This could be flex.
It's actually so good
Oh.
too. I mean, it could be flex, could be,
Yeah,
could be
okay,
jungle
yeah,
Jace,
good.
but Counter Strike is really good versus Xin. So jungle Jax is still good as a counter pick into Xin, but they aren't going to actually lock it in. But it definitely still is something you need to keep in mind.
I want Malphite, man. Malphite goes so
You
hard.
got it.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. Insta-lock.
To me, I just feel like if you're not picking Malphite here, you are trolling. This pick is really good in the 1v1 against Jace. You can go Comet, since the Comet buff is actually quite strong. And the other carries are MF and Orianna. No mobility built in, is just the flash that they have to rely on. So I feel like this is actually a great
Thanos,
comp here. You're looking at
I need to run
Malphite
ads.
plus Xin Zhao plus
This
Rakan
is
flying
unironically
in.
a
You
carry
have
Malphite
have a lot of
angle.
agency here in the Cassio and the Ezreal.
Is this double Elam? Yeah. C9 won't get knocked out if they
100%
lose.
agree there, because it should be hard for Misfortune to ever get.
No, guys.
A lot of flanking possibilities there. Ezreal as well as a lot of mobility. So,
I know.
Does look pretty good
Like
for the Cloud9
knee-jerk
overall.
reaction.
Feel
Thanos
like
is on a tank.
now,
All right,
we're
just
gonna stick
FF.
with the Sejuani top though. By the way, Sejuani.
Oh wait, was it Sedge top?
Because of this Malphite lock-in, they're going to go with Dokla AP Sejuani top.
Cool.
It is something in solo queue that's been quite effective. And so they do the flex that has been dangled out there in front of us. Now we're actually going to get it, and Inspired's going to bring back that jungle Jace.
Let me not lie.
What build he goes for in top,
if that's Sejuani top, Malphite is fucked.
That was doing all support items. He was going Vandal Pipes Rush for stacking his passive faster, and then just going.
If that's Malphite, if that's Sedge top, Malphite is fucked. That is not a good matchup. That matchup blows.
And being able to actually flex that Jace to jungle, where it had been popular for a while earlier this
You
year.
BTFO.
And dodging that matchup.
And so we did
You
actually
BTFO.
get one play way back in the
Oh
EWC,
my God, it is.
qualifiers in North America where
Oh, it's a horror.
Did it. And he did have the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, but they did lose the game. for his Sejuani top, and that is the only Sejuani top this year.
And it is Grasp with TP, so he's
Yo,
not
yo.
I am kind of thinking it might be tank, whether it's going to be standard tank or, whether it's going to be support items like Vandal Pipes and that
Chill,
style,
bro. Chill.
remains to be seen. But I do think this is a pretty cool flex.
Chill. What are we
doing? To be honest, though, if I'm playing Malphite, it's not like I'm really that worried about the Sejuani. You're not blasting the Jace anyway. You're kind of just answering it and slowly whittling him down, and then you can threaten it all in. And you're going to be able to farm just fine, I feel like, against the Sejuani. And, should be still happy to play this composition.
Is Ronnie good into Malphite?
LYON has.
I would imagine it is.
Just maybe would be a bit happier if you had the Jace for your lane.
But it's not like a Vladimir or Ryze or some crazy thing got, whipped out, and now you're going to get smoked by it.
Yeah, if they would initially have drafted something like Vladimir to
I think Dokla is maybe playing level 1.
Neither here nor there. Right now, we've got
best.
Raz standing by for an interview with LYON coach Rainover.
Oh, with Rainover.
I love that we get to have a chance to chat with you after this draft. To get the Malphite pick, and then you guys
check anime Discord before I go to sleep. I drained a village of water for that.
The swap for Sejuani.
I mean, obviously at the beginning we didn't plan it, but the moment we see the Malphite champion, I think it was pretty good.
Bro, what have we done?
So we did it, and then I mean.
What have we done, bro? No way, we've burned down a village for that.
Jungle synergy is not too good, but we do have the champion Rao and Sejuani at the end with the team fight. I think our comp makes sense, so we end up going for it.
Yeah, I love it. And
Fuck's
talk
sake.
to me about, you guys are on match point. Any message that you told the team? Because it seems like you guys always have Cloud9's name when it comes to important playoff matches.
I mean, I think game 1 we were in a pretty good spot, but we were pretty rushed on our decision making. So we just make sure the team, we just don't rush, just play patient. And then game 2 we did play patient. I think it was more of C9 making a lot of desperate plays, and we just pretty much had an easy game. So same thing this game. We do have pretty good range as well. We do have pretty good scaling, so we just have to chill a little bit and then just play our win well.
And over anything from C9's composition that you're worried about, and something that you kind of want to look out for if you guys do want to end up taking this victory?
I mean, it's just their comp. They do have Casio for early game. He has pretty good matchup into Arena. Alice only early game, so early game, even Xin Zhao is pretty strong early game. So as long as early game is fine, we should be good.
All right, sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it. And we're going to send this one straight back to the casters.
Yeah, I mean, Thanatos actually doing
they
a really
flexed
good
Shedge
job
top.
in the lane early. He got
really good
almost
flex
an
too.
entire wave advantage on CS on Dokla as he pushed it and then got the bounce
Dokla
back.
didn't bring
And he
Ignite.
backed off
I think
because
if
he knows
Dokla
Inspired
brings
was
Ignite
passing up
here,
towards him. He knows enemy jungle
Thanos
pressure is
could
gonna
very
be
easily be dead.
since, his jungler is pathing the opposite way, so Thanatos plays the matchup really well. And
Rez with his customer service voice on. Bro, best thing in the world.
Plus avoiding the possible
Black person's customer service voice, man.
Good early stuff.
Get to know. Did Sven E4?
No. Even with the little swap.
Meanwhile, over in mid lane, checking in.
I do it. I used to do it for a really long time when I casted.
These champions do often find themselves
anytime I slip into it, I make a more conscious decision to talk more like how I normally talk.
Isn't that great? So that is something that they considered one of the trade-offs for having to make that last-second swap. The nice part is, though, you do still have an AD jungler.
This series is very depressing to watch.
Solo laners. Although Sejuani is
let me not even.
Mostly, she still does magic damage with her abilities, so I feel like you can still have some decent combo potential there, at least in terms of your opponents not being able to itemize utterly effectively against you. Dokla slowing Thanatos down a little bit here, but honestly, Thanatos is undeterred. He is not minding this lane this champion swap at all.
Yeah, it looked like Dokla Q4 there, but it missed, so it allowed Thanatos to chase down and actually, get a really good trade, because when you use that Q aggressively, normally you're trying to hit them, do a little bump.
Yeah, no, I think anyone who has a air quotes working class accent, if they go into
punish him. And this is once
again those kind of spaces, they just brush up their accent. Like Don Jake does it all the time, for example. I bring him up because he's also got the same he's got the same accent as me.
As you can see right here, thank you very much, Kobe, for the circles. They've beaten LYON 2 out of the 3 times they've played them in
Jake
a
does
series.
it a lot,
it's just the one
especially when he's interviewing people. The only time you hear Jake talk normal is when he's talking to me.
Competition a couple months back at First Stand.
And then really someone like M1, for example.
All of these wins over and over and over.
Yeah, it's just code switching.
It's
not
really just
nothing brand new.
So far, the game's starting out really well for them. Thanatos doing well on the top side. Dragon priority secured for them, so they can start stacking here. With the early mountain being picked up by Blabber. And off the bottom lane going pretty smoothly for them as well.
Now that you mentioned it, that's definitely a thing of him. Yeah, of course.
Nine going to be pretty happy, but you've also heard from Rainover. Rainover was saying he just wants them to play
I didn't say
slow.
it for no
He felt
reason.
Like they have the scaling advantage. Like their team fight is going to be really, really powerful.
Just joined. How
So
bad
I
is
think
C9?
both teams
Horrendous.
feeling very comfortable. And it's
We should have fixed Jake's laugh when he was younger.
Fight,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the family are on there, bro. But
because that is where it feels like LYON has gotten the best of them in these skirmishes.
They did not.
Early lead in game 2. When you think back to game 1,
they did not do that.
About objective steals and secures from Inspired that really kind of flipped the script.
Yeah, and meanwhile, look at all the vision. They've got this thing lit up down here for the dragon stacking. For
no,
the
code switching is very real.
And it
like,
also allows,
I've been code switching since I was young. I don't know. It's just something passively we do.
These
Bro, oh my god! Especially because obviously my full name, right,
and just get
is Adrian Walton Thorn.
Vulcan,
right?
Or
it is the most white-sounding name possible.
Yeah, they're super highly prized picks.
Like
right
genuinely,
now.
it is ridiculously posh sounding. So
heavily
I can't lie.
because they
If
don't
I'm
have
on the
a lot of
phone
ability
and it's
themselves,
like
so-
Doctor, Bank,
comes in from
something
Isles.
like that.
Wants to dive onto this C9 duo as Sven takes a lot of damage here. Berserker trying to get enough to kill him off. Barrier from the C980 carry. As the double up's not going to find the
it's
angle
so
as
OP.
Sven stays alive.
Yeah, not
You
great
sound like
there
royalty?
for C9 as Isles was just kind of winning that support battle. He was
Yeah, so it goes.
sidestepping the
Apparently,
Quill and then being able to land in double shattering strikes.
on
He was
my
kinda winning out in this little
on my
duel.
mom's
They were
side,
having
that's like a
indie
thing.
brushes, set
With
up
like
for Berserker to get that advantage.
cousin
As
of
we all know,
or some
with MF
nonsense
versus any
like
sort
that.
of PokeChamp, your only real opportunity to get a lead on MF is early because once she has BT,
I never quite remember
she
the story
doesn't really
anymore.
care about anything that you are doing.
Okay, top side though, already Glacial Prison committed from Dokla and Inspired.
Well, it's a 1-for-1.
Still first blood over to Thanatos. Dokla overplaying his hand there, not
What's the
recognizing
backstory of
his
the name?
limits, so Thanatos hits first, even though it's a 1-for-1.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dokla wanted to start it really early.
Given how white it sounds, it's probably two slave names married together. If I had to wager a guess.
Takes the ult, is like fine.
Like I've got West Indian heritage, so
burst as well afterwards.
that's probably what it is.
Use their flashes. It does mean Inspired gets to push on.
And then I'm named after my uncle.
Turret plate money here for the Jace. And
That's bleak. Boss. I mean, that's just reality of it, isn't it? Like, there's nothing bleak about it. That's just history.
Yeah, it is really good. And I mean,
Like, nothing sad. That's just the way it like genuinely probably is.
For the Jace. Here is this 1v1 though, as Thanatos has been winning out, had a much better.
Oh, you meant the name
Jamada. At this
Jamada.
point was just on the Ruby Crystal plus the tier. Jace comes
Lol.
up, trying to bait for this, but does overplay his hand. He needed to play it a little bit
pretty
more
simple.
slowly, and they could have maybe got that clean 1-for-0.
I took inspiration from how the East players from the East always take random English words and use it as their name. So I decided to take a Japanese word that I thought sounded cool as a name. Oh, God.
Bullet time gonna bring Sven down to about 100 HP. The full channel. Good lord, man.
Are we
Berserker
serious?
Just steps up and shoots him down. Flash auto double up.
Christ.
Blink
Well,
and you'll miss it. Both bullets find Sven, and he even wastes the flash in his death. That's a big mistake from the C980 carry.
That's what I was gonna say. Once the auto in the queue is
Yeah,
in
so
the air,
I
and
thought
those
Jamada
bullets- once the
sounded
bullets are flying,
like a really cool
you have to be
word
able
in
to flash
Japanese
into fog of war
as
to
a
be able
name.
to break something, and
Which for clarity, Jamada means nuisance in isolation as a single word, or contextually, it means like get out of the way, or you're in the way, or move out of the way.
Flash is bad, but the bigger mistake is even just walking up. You're at 5% HP after the bullet time, right? Like he tanked that whole thing. You have to know he can look for that sort of a play. And that is a big misstep.
Boost Cruiser, you are not the only person.
Who has received quite a bit of criticism throughout the year for those types of mistakes that have cost him.
I mean, even when we were listening to the lounge at the start of the day, when you're looking at the All-Pro team placements, C9, I believe it was, had 2 first-team All-Pros, 2 third-team All-Pros, and then Sven, who was not on any of the All-Pro. Yeah. He has been one of the biggest points of criticism for this team.
Bro, it's actually a horror.
So far, and mistakes like that certainly aren't going to stop those conversations.
You fit all those meanings. Thank you, man.
Berserker, guess what team he was on? First team All-Pro, and by a significant margin. And when you're at that low, you just cannot walk up. Like that is just a Q probably kills you. I don't even know if he needed the auto, but he gets both. And bullet to the back, and
C9 Ice has aura.
About it.
I agree.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
This is never a play, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like he really wanted that one back.
Yeah. shifted aggressively before that, which is what Berserker...
C9 Ice and C9 Kryra, here we go!
Maybe based on those comms, that almost sounds like he thought he was baiting for something.
Yeah, because I had been assuming that it's one of those things where like you kind of know
C9 Warrior, shut up, bro.
Happening, but when he said it's not a play, it sounds like they had been talking previously about
bait this and I'll go in
a bigger
or
play
something.
of some sort.
Yeah. Blabber and Vulcan stepping forward here, trying to maintain control over the bottom side river. Yeah, inspired with that big purchase. Blabber also has the
Yukino actually, yeah,
on
go.
the Xin. And C9 has control over the bot side river for now. Should be able to secure this crab without much contest. Isles is going to move forward a little bit here, but C9 also has APA in the area.
I mean, Inspired hurts. He's already nearly 800 gold ahead of Blabber at this point. Has the early Cyclo Sword, is playing first strike, and those shock blasts are punishing.
I guess too. Okay, as we watch the dragon.
You know, got to keep an eye on this one. It doesn't look like LYON want to fight for it. They're just kind of going to walk away. Blabber has enough control with his teammates nearby to guarantee C9 take the second.
No, I think Ice is still on contract, ain't he?
And it actually is a really big setup play where they had the roam from APA
Let me
in
check.
the process, and Blabber was already in Tribrush. So they literally had 2 other people roaming. Plus, you know, they had Vulcan.
Did he get released? Is he FA or is he playing in academy?
Berserker does the good job of, you know, comboing E and ult to clear the wave and chunks Ven all the way down. That cuts the whole play off. So it was a communicated play with 4 members of Cloud9 kind of committing time. The funny little Easter egg there too is that right when he did die, APA gave a thumbs up, and as he was running down on the Casio. So. Yeah, they
signed till end of the year, listed a sub. Okay.
For them, because they had kind of coordinated with multiple members.
Wait, is Ice going military service next year?
The game is only 2-1 so far, but it's a 2,000 gold lead.
Oh, Ice is 25, guys. It's good.
2/3 of it being on the AD carry. APA, nice sidestep there, getting away from the Glacial Prison. Now the counterattack coming in from Vulcan. Doklu's going to be the target, but C9, they don't have enough damage to burn through a Sejuani. Very nice moves, though, from APA. Sidestepping the Sejuani ult, flashing away from the Orianna ult, keeps himself safe.
It is well played, but at the end of the day, still a good move from LYON because you're trading 2 ults for the flash. The flash is going to be a much longer cooldown, so now they can go for a rinse and repeat. They didn't commit any flashes to get that, so now you come back with a flash engage from Isles or anything of that sort, and APA could be in a lot of trouble, and we're back in what has felt like a bit of a familiar position so far in this series. Thanatos the only one with a gold lead for Cloud9, but he's on a tank, and I think Malphite is a fantastic pick in this game. I love it, but you do need the damage behind you, and Sven in particular is falling very far behind after that solo kill from Berserker, and Berserker is going to be running mid lane right now because now he has the BT, and just ignore everything Ezreal does.
Yeah, I've got the BT, the Cull fully stacked to just give him that extra economic boost. C9 walk towards the brush, and Inspired is immediately ready to greet them with that accelerated shock blast, plus the first strike. Blabber trying to make sure that he can still potentially contest for this crab, although LYON are stepping up to try to force C9 further back. Berserker does have the ultimate. Inspired lands another hit onto the C9 jungler. Blabber down to half HP. Isles goes in, jumps into the crash down, trying to keep everybody locked up, but Isles just walks into his own demise. They're going to give the kill over to Sven. Easy peasy there for C9, punishing LYON.
Yeah,
lovely little donation on a Sunday.
The fact that APA was moving up because Saint is down here on the bot side, so he goes for the engage, maybe thinking it's even numbers, and then clearly everyone else from LYON was just calling it off because no one even pretended to follow up on that. They all just immediately backed off. Saint does get a plate, deny a little bit of CS there. Maybe a melee or 2 died as APA was on that roam.
Yeah, really smart from APA because it's a cannon wave. As you're pointing out, he doesn't lose very much at all. So really good team play there from Cloud9 in a game where there is so much pressure on them. You know, they're down 0-2. They just had their previous play they tried to call on bottom side turn around on them with 4 people going and it actually resulting in a death on their part. That is a moment that in a series you could see, oh, vibes could get really bad, but that's a very nice one from Cloud9 to bounce back and keep their hopes alive. They do still have the Dragons, even though the gold is definitely going LYON's favor, and LYON looking like they have had the upper hand for the majority of this series. The hopes there still alive. That little light flowers for Cloud9. is still alive in this game.
Well, they're going to have to turn up the intensity on that one if they want to come back. A reverse sweep now mandatory if C9 wants to win this series.
Dig Blabber
lock in their spot
2027.
at MSI and the finals just a week from today. As the Rift Herald will now be started up. Vulcan, Blabber, and APA all in the area. Isles trying to clear out some vision. Inspired is also hanging around nearby. Serpent's Fang, fully completed second item here for Inspired. Going immediately for that more of a tech pick there in the itemization versus part of the usual core build, as the Herald is already down to 2,000 HP. And despite the fact that LYON was nearby, they don't fully commit to a challenge here. So C9 is going to take that.
Quality. Hey.
C9 doing a good job. They have been winning the objective war thus far. They have already gotten the first 2 dragons. Now they're able to grab this here on the top side. And third dragon spawn in just over 25 seconds. So if C9 can get down there and threaten that, that would be 3 dragons early in a Hextech Soul game. That would put them in a great spot if they can get it. So I think that LYON for sure will want to contest. And it's going to make it a lot about the setup. And you can see LYON members are there first. Isles moving in with Inspired, trying to control vision.
Berserker, meanwhile, has to be the one to answer the potential C9 push in the mid lane. Again, another accelerated shock blast from Inspired. Has been finding good accuracy with these so far. But C9 is already starting up the Drake. Both top laners contesting one another down here in the bottom part of the map. As LYON steps forward, Saint isn't here yet. Another nice accelerated shock blast coming in from Inspired. Thanatos walks over, Dopa's ready to TP. C9 full says it, Inspired's about to die.
Okay,
Beautiful kill coming in as C9 already find the enemy jungler. They're going to secure
Is the
themselves.
Oh!
Time. Everybody is caught in the MF ulti, and Berserker guns them down. C9, it looked like they had it, but they just couldn't beat the combo. Remember what I said in draft? You hold him still, and misfortune blows him away.
It's Berserker's time now. He just mows him down. And after Cloud9 had just deleted Inspired, you know, as Inspired was looking for a Smite Steal, Blabber was looking to kill Inspired. They did that. However, it cost them, again, a lot of gold.
Guys, I'm concerned.
The Dragons, so close. A similar story to last time around, but also a similar gold lead for LYON again.
And it's so reminiscent of the fight against Nefiri, where they kill off the Fury at the Dragon. They spend so much on it. Great, you got him. But look where Berserker is. Look where Saint is. They are not involved in this engage. They are positioned well. They're spread enough. You full send everything onto Inspired, and Saint and Berserker are full HP. So when they go back, get down, the re-engage here from Isles, plus the Magnet Storm, the bullet time, everything holding them in place. They just get destroyed.
Yeah, Dokla even hit the ultimate there to grab the extra kill, and so they got 3. They got 3 with it. Everyone felt that.
Yup, that's the best feeling as a jungler. When they full sin and they kill you, it's just like, yeah, nice team fight. Good stuff there from LYON, recovering in what was otherwise going to be a very, very good situation for C9 because they established themselves at Soul Point. But now I feel like we're once again back in this situation where it's no longer
do you know what I just had a thought of?
to get the Dragon Soul.
But I don't want to have them on during co-streams, low-key. Or if I do, I need to make them more expensive. I want to put the sound alerts back on.
Once again, of their C9 counterparts here. C9 do have really good playmaking. It is absolutely possible for them to win out here. So you can see that defensive TP from Saint. But it's definitely problematic. If you full send it on Inspired, you're ignoring the threats that are Saint and Berserker. This is not a one-threat comp. You can't spend everything on him and expect to win.
And I had been looking at the gold in inventory before that team fight. Berserker, during that team fight, he already, before all the kills, had 1,700 gold in inventory. Like, had not purchased. That's over a BF Sword's worth of gold. So he went back. He's got a collector plus extra swords on top of that already.
Man.
He already melted 3 people without spending the money. Now it truly is going to execute people with the collector too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure his inventory before that fight was 2 swords, the bow, the cull, and the bloodthirster. So it's just collector piled on top of it now. This misfortune is so strong. 4,500 gold lead here for LYON. Vulcan still waiting in this brush. Saint uses his Chovy belt to get away. Vulcan wants to full send the engage, but Isles is right there to protect his mid laner. It doesn't turn into anything.
Yeah, that engage was not very inspiring, shall we say.
No.
Vulcan pops the quickness, Kind of jogs on in there, but by the time he gets to Saint, you know, nothing is going to happen. It's very clear.
Chovy belt.
Had read the play, was there behind him, and Saint was not in a dangerous spot either. He wasn't even close to the front.
Yeah, I felt like Saint read the play too.
Yeah.
He was super ready with his proto belt activation. So
it's like a read along, you know? They're both same time.
All right, Berserker now. He took the, look at all the damage that he took that he no longer took. The Bloodthirster is just so nasty.
Like rewrite history, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I took the damage, but I didn't take it.
But no, I didn't.
Yeah, look at that. He's right back to full HP. He's got his shield on top of it. This Misfortune is strong, but now the pressure is on. This is the make or break moment for C9 in this game, in this series.
All right, a minute's time. Will they get? Are they dropping? Is he going to show on that ward? Please, God, don't let him show on that ward.
To stay in it, and I want to see what the setup looks like. APA at about half HP, maybe trying to bait Dokla in here. There's your Glacial Prison, doesn't find the slithery snake.
Trading the Petrifying Gaze as well, though. So that's a jungle pet.
Blabber's still in there, by the way.
Yep.
I don't think you can.
Dokla just walks up. He says, all right, Void Grub, kill the turret. The Void Grub isn't strong enough to kill the turret. Dokla walked up. He might just die.
Oh my God, they're going to turn this into national. What the fuck did
Dokla?
Yo, the brown envelope just. The brown envelope just delivered.
Pushing towards tier 2.
I feel like they kind of rushed the kill, maybe because they're worried about this push mid, but I feel like if you delayed that more, it would be an easier secure on the Dragon.
Oh my God, how fast was
There's still going to be about 25
how fast
seconds
APA was there for a
after
second?
this Dragon
Jesus.
spawns that Dokla will be dead. He will have teleport, though, to join, and they spent quite a few tools.
They have Malphite and Rakan ultimates ready, though, so the engage for
Whoa!
is here.
Oh! Is there any more follow-up damage? No! Where is Blabber? Okay, hold. I mean, that's so low-key. Inspired did die. I didn't even see. Where did Inspired die? Oh, he died on the midway. Okay, hold.
Exactly. What they want is the soul, the dragon.
Guys, there's a bullet time. I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared. I'm so fucking scared. Oh, it wasn't Blabber. Oh my God, I just shit myself. It was Vulcan Spellbook Smite. It's fine. Oh my God, what? Fast? Oh my God. Oh my God, it was Vulcan Smite. I just shit myself. Oh no. Oh, please, not like this.
But he still has the rest of his lockdown. Sven providing covering fire, looking to get his support away. Thanatos going to be your target now.
Okay, that's fine. Just sacrifice the rock.
Arctic Assault right back forward as Berserker grabs the kill over onto Thanatos. APA rejoins and prevents anything further. So C9, they will claim the
Guys,
soul.
they're down 6K.
What a sequence. That was all over the place.
They get the soul, but the question is how much more can LYON get? Blabber, I guess,
they're down
just made the
6K.
read that he couldn't get out, so just kind of goes back in and dies. And LYON are not going to try to make any sort of a rush towards.
I don't even think the pants aren't even brown no more, bro. They're like gold.
They are now basing and resetting. They're moving up towards that top side to reclaim some vision here. Thanatos will not have his TP, but Cloud9 holding on here. They look for this pick, and it's a Miasma to set it up. Flash, and then the Miasma, so you can't flash out of it. No ability to react to that ult coming in.
It's a really smart engage, to be fair. They just don't have the damage.
By Isles and Inspired,
once the response lockdown comes in.
Yeah, and then they're diving really deep, so Blabber does use his flash here. He won't have it for the escape at the Dragon. And Misfortune ultimate onto Sven while it's channeling there. He forces him a little bit back.
Hey.
Though. Yeah, we already got problems back live as
Hold on. Are we all inspired? Inspired's dead.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. This is good. This is good. Berserker wasn't here, and he doesn't have ult.
Thanatos locked up by Dokla. Still got a ton of damage here from the MF. Berserker. Looking for the opportunity. Berserker just got 3. 4. He flashes over. He gets another one.
He wants the penta.
Can he get the penta? APA trying to get himself out of here, but Berserker and Saint are on the hunt. Berserker wrapping around from the side. APA wants the escape. It's not going to happen. Berserker continues after him. A little bit more damage is all he needs. APA running for his life. How much longer is it going to be? Berserker waiting to get his strut back. Just needs one more shot. Oh no, the timer!
It's the timer, but also the delayed death from APA means the Baron is free. He's going to be dead for so long here. And Berserker, the bullet time, the split second he used it was when it came off cooldown. He was biding his time for the ultimate to come back up. It was a couple seconds left on it, and all of these low-health Cloud9 members became easy pickings.
Oh my
Cloud9
God.
still have 4 members strong here, and are back on the scene, able to push.
Just blow it up, man. Just blow it up. I've seen enough.
In the hands of an Ezreal,
I've seen enough.
So annoying, so hard to deal with. Cloud9, they're not only
Goodness gracious me.
they're going to start it up themselves because
APA has TP.
All right, C9 starting it up, but the DPS is going slowly. Berserker, still no bullet time. About 20% of the cooldown remaining on that one.
Oh,
stunned
Christ.
up in the front line by Dokla. Inspired, trying to find those accelerated shock pass. APA arrives back
Oh,
in the fight. Flash away as Vulcan is immediately stopped on the engage. Berserker goes legendary.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Frontlining here for the Lions side. Zem shifts back on the
Oh
wall.
my God,
Baron
that's a
still
horror.
DPSing C9. Blabber's dead again. A double kill for Berserker. A triple kill for Berserker. APA and Zen still alive.
He doesn't have flash for the wall.
Baron
Well,
belongs to Lion.
easy come, easy go, and the Baron does get smited by Inspired. They take it back, and it's a 9,500 gold lead.
I mean, C9 are just going for these crazy risky plays. Yeah, APA did have TP, but you're starting that 4v5 in the face of Lion, who are all there, and they're getting shredded by the Baron the entire time. Hextech Soul or not, that was wildly risky. And Thanatos and Blabber are just tanking damage.
I genuinely think that the next time Berserker presses his R key. All right, hold. Okay, guys. 1 minute 40 seconds. Elder Dragon. The flip is coming. Just have some faith. Just have some faith, guys. Listen, for those of you who are here for the Xbox showcase stream.
Right in the middle of your screen.
Okay.
And he gets deleted there, so they immediately deal with Vulcan.
We were coping.
AoEing all of Cloud9.
And that's what we're going to do right now.
And then Berserker and Inspired can just walk in here right behind Dokes. They force all of them up again.
Is the Elder fight our Devil May Cry? Yes. This Elder fight is our Devil May Cry 6, okay?
Yeah, you can tell the emotions here are swinging for the Cloud9 fans when they got a little hope, but it's immediately taken away.
I mean, they were tanking the Baron for so long. Then when they turned for the engage, guess who's taking the Baron? Ezreal and Cass. They were just taking so much free damage. C9, they still have a chance here. We'll see if they can find some sort of a big play. The Edge of Night going to make it harder to engage in onto Inspired for that Malphite. Going to have to try to poke that off first. And no vision in the area for Cloud9, so as they try to force their way in, the poke could be deadly.
And Lion is going to have their Baron for another 45 seconds after the Elder spawns. So Lion will continue to maintain total control over this super buff that is less than 30 seconds away now. Blabber going to go through the... Oh, okay. I'm not sure if this is safe. I'm on the edge of my seat here a little bit, granted I'm standing up.
Yeah, Cloud9 going to try and play through bottom lane right now. Sven pushing the wave at the moment, but I don't think Lion even care about that.
Oh, Dokla's going for the TP tech for the shield, so I think he must be trying to force an engage because he just TP'd beside himself. Now he has that fat TP shield to try to force a fight.
Exactly. They want to make sure that they can win this fight, take the Elder, and end the game right after it. Inspired, looking for those accelerated shock blasts, looking for the angle to find some poke before this starts.
Just watch Berserker get. This is triple kill for Berserker. I've looked into the crystal ball. I've looked into the crystal ball. Well, that blue ward is actually really big because it stops the control ward from giving him it. Well, he just doubled onto it, but they can see him on the mid wave. They can see Vulcan. They know where Vulcan is. Oh my God, the Vulcan, bro.
Walking back, wants to try to track this guy. Vulcan going to step forward into the brush here. Goes in for Saint, finds the quickness immediately on the entrance.
Saint's not the guy you need.
Well, dive after the enemy mid lane, but APA is about to die now too. Shut down credit over to Blabber, but Sven has fallen. C9's gambit failed, and Lion wiped them off the rip. 5-for-1. Regular season means nothing if you can't step up when you need to. And once again, Lion shows they've got what it takes to knock C9 down. They will clean sweep them here in the upper bracket finals. They will punch their ticket to MSI, and they will earn their spot in the finals to compete for the LCS Spring Split Championship next
It's just
weekend.
disappointing, isn't it?
and Berserker with a misfortune.
It's just disappointing.
A 14 bomb on him. 14 and 0.
It is just disappointing.
Really big here from line 3-0, taking down Cloud9 and guaranteeing their spot to represent North America
that's
at
it.
MSI.
And they'll be waiting in the
disappointing to the point of complete apathy. Honestly, I'm there.
They won in lock-in.
Half a year of supporting C9 and I feel like
this team getting better and better.
I feel like I was starting to feel with Arsenal.
And Berserker had a crazy.
Now let's get a hashtag free Dom chain going.
It looked like
hashtag free Dom, man.
Hashtag
free Dom.
the Hextech Soul, but even with
hashtag
that,
free Dom.
LYON just outplayed them in the team fight.
Berserker's misfortune
YouTube chat, I'm gonna end here. I always end just for the cleanliness of the VODs. See you around YouTube. I'll be back next weekend for the LCS. If you want to come hang out, we're on Twitch for a little bit longer, but not too much longer.
Once at the Dragon, once around the Baron, it's Berserker's bullet time.